on the stool. Head wrapped silky, chewing on this oxtail. Scheming on a milli, trying to hit the yacht sail. Gold shining lobster near the Everglades music. When we drop, it's like you never made music. Better days never came easy to a quitter. Ain't no pump faking, let them see that I deliver. God body, baby, big 7 in the skin. Probably why you never hear no better again. Higher than the spot that we bout to set the bar. Stankin', smell it before it left the jar. I just left the coast straight to another ocean. Got excuses, me, I'm really having motion. Sipping on mimosa, chopping real estate game. 40 years later, still the same lane. Just left the hood, never heard of you. 30 long years, not a single word of you. Shop booming, baby, come and get it while it's open. I don't have time, I've been busy having motion. Just left the town, things spoke to you. You a L7, probably served to you. Shop still booming, come and get it while it's open. I don't have time, I've been really having motion. Boy, stop playing, this is not your lane. Never seen struggle, you do not know pain. Stop playing, would you be yourself? How they see you, how you see yourself. Ain't real, acting real fictitious. Family on the west probably still hit switches. Playing Sally Cell, brought the thumper in the car. I been down in Austin burning rubber down Lamar. Keep what you earn, put it back in the business. Gold mouth shorty spinning racks at the dentist. One stream need a whole 7 ways. That weaker than a whole 7 days. I've been playing chess, working on the left brain. Buzzing in my city way before the press came. Went and bought a now he think he less lame. Got the kind of gas that could fuel a jet plane. Just left the hood, never heard of you. 30 long years, not a single word of you. Shop booming, baby, come and get it while it's open. I don't have time, I've been busy having motion. Just left the town, things spoke to you. You a L7, probably served to you. Shop still booming, come and get it while it's open. I don't have time, I've been really having motion. Y'all know what time it is. Jury, what up? Lords of the land. Ain't got no minutes for you, internet. We really outdoors with it. Till infinity.
Welcome to Paradigm Shift TV 314. This is your brother DMG the Poet, aka Brother Pianki, and we got a powerful show with a powerful brother who it's his first time on the shift. So y'all bear with me as I do my usual greeting before we get into the brother spiel. I want to say God bless to all my Christian brothers and sisters. Shalom to all my Israelite brothers and sisters. Hotep to all my Kemetic brothers and sisters. I want to say assalamu alaikum to all my brothers and sisters in the NOI. Islam to all my Moorish brothers and sisters. Peace to all my brothers and sisters in the nation of gods and earth. Them 5%ers. I want to say salute to all my atheist brothers and sisters. Shout out to all my Abo brothers and sisters. And I can't forget my Rasta brothers and sisters. And finally, I want to say Jumbo to the rest of my brothers and sisters throughout the African diaspora, be it here in the wilderness of the United States of America or beyond. Y'all know why I say that greeting is for one reason and one reason only. It's because if you black, I'm with you, and I hope you with me. Our different ideologies should not keep us from uniting. We can't have unity without uniformity. And we can't disagree without being disrespectfully disagreeable. With that being said, my brother, please introduce yourself to the Paradigm Shift TV 314 audience.
Peace, everybody. My name is Lord Bennu. I'm the shepherd of Umeka. I'm happy to be here today to share this platform with the good brother. And we're going to have a beautiful show today, man. Appreciate you.
No doubt, no doubt. So I'm having a camera issue, and I'm gonna jump out and come back in and see if I can get that fixed. It's gonna be super quick, but I want to get into the bill before I do it. And that way, if you rocking, just keep rocking until I come back.
Okay.
But first thing I want to ask you is, what does your name mean?
Well, Bennu means to rise in brilliance, he who gave birth to himself. And how I see that is it stands for resurrection. I was living a life that I'm not living now before this. And I feel like this name found me because I was on this journey and I resonated with that. So that's what I chose my name to be. Bennu Heka Neter is Heka means magic, and Neter is the singular form of the Neteru. So altogether, my name stands for the resurrection of the magical principles of God. So that's how I see that. And the organization that I represent is Umeka, that I'm the shepherd of, or ambassador for a better word. Umeka stands for the Universal Melanin Enrichment Center of Abundance. And our goal is to acquire the means to provide and produce food, clothing, shelter, and transportation in the form of lifestyle of self-sufficiency via, but not limited to, renewable energy off the grid homes, hospitals, factories, farmlands, and universities to awaken the inner genius of melanated men, women, and children. So that's what I represent. And we'll get into it today with get into some more too, and we got some questions or whatever. Waiting for the good brother to get back. Yeah, should it take a few seconds? I don't know. I can't see if nobody in here. But if y'all are, peace to the gods, peace to the God in you. And I'll say this before until they get back. I know the title of this video is The State of Black Culture. But I want to get this out there that I don't personally identify as black. I identify as Bennubian. And what that is a melanated person who rises in brilliance and strives to be better than they were yesterday. So That's how I see that. I think black is more of a political term rather than a nation of people. So in order to break that chain, I started my own nation, and me and my son were the first members, and building this community. We're building this community with like-minded individuals and coming together to build something great. Right now, I'm out in Orangeburg, South Carolina, working on my family farm. We got a bird farm out here. We got some plots of land that I'm trying to convert into some different things, community garden, and some other things that I'm working with some more people on. But we'll get into that once the good brother get back.
Hey, brother, I apologize, man. I I actually got knocked out completely. Said my device was disconnected. I'm like, how did I get completely disconnected? So I don't know what's going on. I had to get my queen on the case and come out here and get on my phone. So I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Hopefully she'll get it figured out. But continue with what you were saying. I apologize for that.
Oh yeah, I basically was just buying time. I let people know, what I'm saying, my name, what my name meant, what the name of my organization was, UMECA, the Universal Melanin Enrichment Center of Abundance. I told them what we stand for and our goals and what we're trying to do. Yeah, if you got any questions from there, like I kind of muted my mic because I didn't know what else to, where to go with it. But
Yeah. I understand. I apologize.
that's
I
all
was
good.
like, man, I done left the brother. I
I'm
was
over
like,
here sweating and everything, man.
man. So yeah, I'm gonna run back in there in a little bit and see if she got me back up because I don't know what happened. But yeah. So now, did you found this organization or was it already intact and then you joined on?
Nah, it's from the ground up. I started it. Um, I brought it together, and out in New Jersey is where I actually started it. With a group of other individuals who joined on, and we had residency in the art center out there, and we was hosting events in the community, open mics. We had some yoga going on in there, some martial arts training. We held classes where people came in and did some cooking and different things for nutritional education and different things like that. So basically, I was just getting my feet wet with that and getting started. So we're trying to expand and do more things and more positive things and build some community.
Okay, that's what's up. So somebody in the chat asked, what was the line you made about Mecca? I don't know what that was, but
UMECA, that's the name of my organization, the universe, and it stands for the Universal Melanin Enrichment Center of Abundance.
okay. I thought he meant you said something about Mecca, So okay.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, no, that's what's up, man. Like, and because sometimes it take creating your own organization and doing things the way you want to do them. But as long as you helping and you actually doing what you said you was gonna do, I think that's what's important. A lot of times we build an organization and we set out to do these great goals, and then we end up getting off track due to all kinds of distractions, mostly to do with greed.
Right.
And so hopefully, that don't occur. with
Yeah,
what you got going on as y'all continue to grow.
yeah, and the doors is open. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to work with other individuals. You know what I'm saying? Who's like-minded and got the same goals in mind. You know what I'm saying? To expand and build. That's why I'm actually out in Orangeburg, South Carolina right now, to try to expand my vision with some land, you know what I mean, and try to acquire some land to build. So that's what we're looking to do. You there? Oh, peace, Ron. What up, man? Why the brother bounced again? All right, he back.
My
How long?
fault.
How long
My
I've been in
fault.
Orangeburg? I've been here
She
about
got,
6 months now. All right, by myself.
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I hear you.
Okay. My bad again. She got me up. So I muted and tried to run down back to the studio real quick.
All right, all
so,
right. Moolah, what up?
so we good to go now.
All right,
Man,
bet.
that was kind of crazy. All my little joints up here out of whack. But yeah. But yeah, no, I can still hear what you were saying. So uh what kind of outreach do you see y'all expanding to in terms of, like, I know, as far as what y'all already cover, but how far do you see y'all expanding with regards to the kind of things that y'all outreach that y'all do?
Well, our goal, I read our mission statement earlier, and I don't know if you heard that when you was out, but I'll read it again.
Nah, you don't have to read it again if
Uh,
you already covered it. Yeah, nah.
cool.
As long as as most of the audience got it. Yeah, nah, I catch up. So now, were you ever in any of the traditional religious practices, Christianity, Islam, etc.?
Yeah, my family is a Christian family. So I grew up in Christianity. I went to a Christian middle school, 4th and 5th grade. And that's pretty much my extent in religion. My mom is actually a minister. Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
or so,
Okay.
but I don't subscribe to any religion myself. You know what I'm saying? But
And that was my next question. So, at what point did you segue out of that and get to the point where you're at now, as far as your spiritual outlook?
I didn't really segue out of it as far as like from Christianity into where I'm at now. It was more of just like after once I got out of the middle school where I was in the Christian school, it was just pretty much just being involved in normal street activity and things like that. So I wasn't into any religion like that or anything like that. But once I really started making a change in my life is when I met my son's mother, and I finally had a chance to slow down and focus on building a family. And I think that energy opened me up to a lot of different energies, and that's when I really I stopped eating meat, and just took on a bunch of different conscious energies that, you know what I'm saying, where led me to where I'm at right now.
Okay.
That was
Okay.
about probably like 8 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago.
Okay. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 40 years old.
Okay. Okay.
Peace,
And
Devon. Peace, Devon.
see, I thought you was gonna say you was like 30, 35, because I was about to say, man, you talking about you didn't did all this and that. You about 30 years old. I was about to mess with you,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
okay, 40, I got you.
yeah. Word.
So yeah, but I think sometimes we we veer off. The reason I asked you in that way, sometimes when we raised in a particular thing, we kind of get older and veer off and then segue back. And I was going to ask you, did you think that was going to be the case with you? But since you said you didn't really ever get into it like that, so then that really wouldn't apply to you. You kind of forged your own path. It seemed like.
Yeah, I wasn't really like into the church like that, you know what I'm saying? But I was just there because it was there. Yeah, but like I'm still like helpful with the church. Like one of my good brothers, Pastor Warren Hall, he has a church out in the neighborhood where I'm from. So like I help out with that church, like do deliveries for the food and things like that when they have drives and things. So I'm just real community oriented, and like if it's anything to help the community, I'm down with it. Like, you know what I mean? So it don't have to be any religious aspects to it, you know, and that doesn't matter to me as long as it's for the people, you know what I'm saying? And it's deliberately and its intentions is in the right place, then I'm all for it.
How has your health improved since you stopped eating meat?
Oh man, it did a whole 180, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was a little overweight. I lost a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm in shape now. Uh, yeah, I feel younger. People say I look younger than I am. You know what I'm saying? People say this is weird, but like I when I stop, now I can see colors better. You know what I'm saying? I sweat less. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey, you got me when you say you sweat less. I'm like, oh man, hold on. I might have to make some changes.
Yeah.
So, but okay. Now, one of the things that put you on my radar was a conversation with my bros. I call them the one,
Yeah.
but that's the click. But they had one of them crazy conversations in the group, and you was
Yeah,
you was in
yeah.
the middle of the storm. So and I joined in, and we had our little back and forth. So and you ain't back down. And anytime somebody can stand in with them, I'm like, oh yeah, I can. We can kick it on the show.
Yeah.
So and that's how we came to this point. Uh, you was talking about Black culture, and
Correct.
that's why the show the state of Black culture from your perspective. What is the state of Black culture, and what were you trying to explain or express in that conversation the other day?
But from my standpoint and from my view, I don't think that quote unquote Black people have a culture that they can call a culture. I think most of our ways and thinking and values come from other cultures, and nothing is really ours. You know what I'm saying? So I think we do have things that we can attribute to our ancestors and history, but as far as the way we conduct ourselves and as far as the definition of culture goes, I don't think we really own a culture that we can call our own.
Shots fired. Hey, so look, he got it all out now. So
Yeah.
can continue to go in, bro, because you was giving some examples, but and I caught a few, and we had our but this ain't no back and forth argument between you and me tonight. So you got carte blanche to break it down and give whatever example you want to make sure the people understand what you're talking about.
Right. So how I see it is that we basically are prisoners of war. You know what I'm saying? And we are another people's property to an extent. You know what I'm saying? So anything that we do is a reflection of what they are. You know what I'm saying? So from the foods that we eat to the way we express love to one another, the names, that we adopt and inherit and give our children to the language that we speak. I appreciate you, cuz. Word. And yeah, so all of that is a reflection of the dominant culture in our society. And I would say that we are a part of that culture, but I don't think that we have a culture of our own that we could develop. Like if you look at Chinese culture and you say chopsticks, we know that chopsticks is a Chinese cultural thing, you know what I'm saying? And like they style of dress, and you know what I mean? So we don't really have that as far as our own. It's an adaptation to somebody else's culture.
Okay. That's and now the way you said that right then, it's an adaptation of someone else's culture. I like the way you put that. And so when you and me were talking about me wearing Jordans and Timberlands and all of that, and you were saying, where did we get it from? So that's ultimately what you mean. So if they brought the jeans, the jean into fashion, and then we make Carl Canal or Fubu or whatever, Rockaware, whatever it is, that's our interpretation of they cultural attire or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And that's the analogy. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I got what you was trying to say with the way you worded it just then.
Right.
I'm not saying I agree still, but I got the picture a little bit better now. So yeah, that's an interesting thought process, because the way you put that, I'm trying to think of another way to put it where I can agree with it.
Yeah.
Like
so Amos Wilson said the main definition of culture and the main focus of culture should be to solve problems. You know what I'm saying? And I think that everything that we do is just to feel good in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And nothing that we do is imperative to solving our problems as a people. So from another definition he gave to it was the set of rules and procedures together with a supporting set of ideas and values. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I went into the conversation about the Jordans. You know what I'm saying? And when we say that Jordans are our favorite sneaker, we ask why are Jordans our favorite sneaker, and we would say, oh, because we like Michael Jordan. But why do we like Michael Jordan? I mean, like it's other basketball players or people that, you know what I'm saying, could be representations of us as a people that we could value, but our values are directed where somebody else wants them to be directed so that they can profit. Basically, all of our values and principles support another people's lifestyle and dominance over us.
Hey, he going in now, y'all. He going in. Lamac, I see you in there. He going in.
And he said, and that's not what culture means, but we got the definition of culture. I wrote them down. It's the arts and other manifestations of human intellectual achievement regarded collectively. That's the first one. And the second one, which we were going in on in the group chat, was the customs, arts, social institutions, and achievements of a particular nation, people, or other social group. Now, when we was in the group, yeah, they brought up hoodoo, right? And that was one that kind of caught me off guard, because they was talking like, yeah, the itching of the hand, and when the grandma, you know what I'm saying, think of the fish, and I'm like, yeah, like I know that, but I didn't know.
The first person that came in my grandmother's house, and it had to be a man, and she preferred that man to be me. But yeah, on the first day of the year, the first person that come in the house had to be a man.
Right. Yeah. Like, but I never attributed those sayings and superstitions or whatever to an actual culture of hoodoo. And from talking in that group is what enlightened me to that. And I credited that to customs. But when I looked up the definition of customs, it's a traditional or widely accepted way of behavior. And I don't think that hoodoo is a widely accepted way of behavior. I think it's something that is probably thought of and glanced over from different, you know what I'm saying, sayings, or you know what I'm saying, just like maybe like a superstition, like step on the crack, you break your mother's back, or you know what I mean, things like that.
Well, see, that's my thing. We practice hoodoo and don't even know what it is. Like I didn't even know what it was 10 years ago, but I've been practicing it all my life. So when we say, we not saying that it's a bunch of people out there saying I practice hoodoo. We saying that it's so deeply ingrained in our culture that it's just what we do on a daily basis. It's what we say on a daily basis, what we eat on a daily basis, what we eat on a particular day at a particular time. It's literally us.
But when you go into it, like what we eat at a particular time, what are we eating?
It like the black eyed peas on New Year's Day. We had my grandmother. I don't know about other people's, but we had a particular time at 5 p.m. That's when we was eating. And so yeah, and I heard you on the what was we eating, because we had our traditional foods, whether they was good or bad for you. But I'm just saying that, like I said, it's just part of us. And the black eyed peas thing, that's not something that we got from the oppressor. We actually brought that. They brought that over here with us. We brought that them recipes. That's one of the few recipes that we already had. We didn't have to manufacture it from the crap that they gave us, because that's something we was already doing.
Well, I personally don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing about me. Like if I don't know something, I say I don't know, and you know what I'm saying, I'm willing to learn. You know what I'm saying? And I'm open to other people's way of thinking and new information to enlighten my way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? But if that is, you know what I'm saying, a part of what we call culture, how is it benefiting us? You know what I'm saying? Other people's cultures benefit them as a people when they have those cultures, so that they can continue to progress as a people. You know what I'm saying? So if we're going to talk about what's black culture, quote unquote black culture, what is it doing to help us advance?
Got you.
Wait,
I mean,
what do you mean that wasn't me the other day in the group? I'm moving the goalposts. Oh, he going on. He going off in the comments.
Yeah. Look, hey.
Well,
do you want to open it up for the chat later, or once we get done?
Yeah, we could definitely open it up to the chat. But you know what I'm saying? I would say that my stance is that we don't have a culture, and our culture is an adaptation of the main culture. But if we did have a culture, I would think it would be a combination of slave culture, drug culture, gang culture, and rap culture. You know what I'm saying? And that would be the collective of, and rap culture being hip hop culture. And that would be the main points of our culture. Like what else is there? You know what I mean? Like what else is how is it helping us in any way? And why are we still stuck dealing with the same problems that, you know what I'm saying, my grandmother and my great grandmother was dealing with, you know what I'm saying, with the same people?
Yeah, I hear you. And I think that'll make an interesting conversation. Just not like I said, not even necessarily a debate, just more like a moderated dialogue. You speak on why you feel like it's an adaptation of someone else's culture, and the other person speak on why they feel like that's not the case. And I think that'll be a dope conversation. But yeah, man, I like the way you put it. I'll leave it at that. I like the way you put it, an adaptation of somebody else's culture. But I'm curious to see what the Slim Reaper. That's my nickname for him.
Who that? Lamech?
Lamech, yeah. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you why I call him the Slim Reaper. So he hit my little network like the Grim Reaper. I'm hearing about him. Like I had conversations with him before, but when the brothers was talking about bringing him in, I didn't know that was the person that they was talking about. So I'm like, who is this dude they talking about they gonna bring in here? Like this dude is like the Christian boogeyman or something, right? Mm-hmm. So then I see him, who it is, and I'm like, oh, it's this dude. Because in the couple of conversations we had, I ain't really understand yet. So then watching him like dissect people in conversations, I went back and kind of looked at our conversations and realized he was like nicely dissecting me. Like, you know, like you ever seen somebody get cut and they don't know they bleeding?
Yeah.
That's how he had did me. So I'm like, oh wow. And lucky for me, I had bowed out. But had I not bowed out, I would have been looking just as crazy as the other victims. And so I was like, yeah, this dude is the Grim Reaper. So anyway, I think y'all could have a powerful conversation, but I really would like y'all, like you and B Wash, to have a conversation, because he is the Black culture expert here on Paradigm Shift. So I don't know who I'm having a hard time trying to figure out which one I would want you to have a conversation with.
I want to have a conversation with both of them. It seems like they both coming at me in the comments. They saying I'm lying. You know what I mean? Like when we talked about hoodoo the last time, you feel me? I wanted them to tell me where did hoodoo fit into the definition that we were reading of culture. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it fell into the category of customs once they, you know what I'm saying, explained to me what hoodoo was. Like, you know what I'm saying? So lying and carrying on, okay. But yeah. So if it falls into the definition of customs, you know what I'm saying, I don't think that it's a widely accepted way of behavior. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people accept it. I think people just talk about it and they don't really even believe it. You know what I'm saying? They just say those things. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like something that we practice. You feel me? When we talk about other people's cultures, we talk about the way they get married. You feel what I'm saying? The way they handle certain situations that affect them financially. You know what I'm saying? We don't have those things. We look at each other as individuals in America instead of a group of people in America. You know
look at the screen, bro. Because look, let me tell you, if you got some music, I will play it on here.
Oh yeah, I got. Oh man, bro. Yeah, you're talking to the one right now, man. Like, I got some tracks for you, bro. I was thinking that too when you was playing the intro song. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm gonna email some tracks.
Yeah, I will. I'm about to say, yeah, if you got something, I will play it.
Yeah, good looking Ron. You know what I'm saying? That's my man.
Hey, pretty divine, whoever she is. I hope she subscribed, and I hope all the other people, if it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. The Cash App is open. I don't care if it's $2 or $3 or $4. Just don't make it $1, because I'm gonna have to pay 75 cents to put it in my account. But y'all can hit that Cash App. But yeah, please hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button. It's free. Yeah, man. I think there gonna be some dope conversations. But yeah, Pretty Divine, she got your back. She in there going. Yeah. Hey, every time they go at you, she hitting back.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Divine. You already know. But yeah, they Yeah, they going off though. Redefining terms. What terms am I redefining?
Oh, who said that?
Byron.
B Wash. Okay, hold on.
Yeah. And he's shaking his head. Okay.
Yeah, they coming. They coming for you, bro.
They
They
going
coming.
off, man. Oh wait, we told you where it came from. You said
Hey,
it didn't matter because the people were slaves. As if anywhere in the definition it says it can't be cultural because we were going through something. Okay.
hey, GT, you right. Yeah, jump in the broom. You right.
Y'all told me where it came from, you feel me? And I said okay, right? But I just said where did it fit into culture? Like where was it fitted into the definition? And basically what is culture's what is a people's culture's primary reason? What is a people's primary reason for having a culture? Is it just to have a culture? Is it just to say, oh, we make art? You know what I'm saying? And then you look at the arts, all of our music, all of our the food cuisines, you know what I'm saying? They all stem from another people's pressure that they put on us. You feel me? And the pressure that's on us. All of it, the art, the music, the food. He just keeps saying I'm lying, but he won't say nothing.
Hey, what he trying to tell y'all is he's standing on his premise. So
Of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Yeah. Can culture come from periods of oppression? But why? What are we creating cultures for? To assimilate or go along with the oppression? Or are we creating a culture that is going to fight the oppression? And I think any culture that doesn't try to get us out of the situations that we in is not a culture worth the word culture. You know what I'm saying? It don't deserve the word to be called a culture. Moving the goalpost again.
Najiti seemed like he agreed with you, unless I'm reading that wrong. He said adaption, like you said.
Yeah. Word. He been definitely going along with you know what I'm saying, and being in the chorus, jumping the broom. Oh yeah, that's another one. But all of that's coming from where? Like, you know what I'm saying? Slavery. Unless I'm mistaken, is it coming from somewhere else? This dude wants to have a Western idea of why a culture shouldn't exist. This man's culture. Sure, culture.
Hey, let's put the link out. Let's put the link out and see what we're gonna do. We're gonna give everybody an opportunity to rap with you for, let's say, 5 minutes, and that way we can move to the next person without it getting bogged down.
Yeah.
Cool. Cause I don't know how many people finna come in, so
look like it's about 4 or 5 of them in there shooting. You heard?
I'm like, so we'll see.
Oh, he's saying culture can manifest even in times of oppression through adaptation. Culture can manifest, but to what? For what? You know what I'm saying? To continue the oppression. You know what I'm saying? Like what is it good for if it's continuing the oppression that's on us? You understand what I'm saying? I keep it as no, it's not a culture. You feel what I'm saying? Because it doesn't benefit us. Doesn't help.
You either
us
die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
And that's my when I say it doesn't benefit us and it's not in our best interest, the culture that we have, that's my add-on to the definition. So yeah, I'm adding that on. But as far as what culture is, just tell me some cultures that we have besides the hoodoo. You know what I'm saying? And I gave you that.
Is there no one else?
It's Slim Reaper right here.
Is there no one else?
That's me.
Peace, God.
How's it going, brother? Look, I was shooting straight. So I was on a call with you the other day.
Right.
Well, first, I don't want to come on the attack. What's up, DMG? How y'all brothers doing?
Great, man.
What's up, Slam Reaper? And it is exactly your intention to come on here and attack. I
see it all in the smile, man.
Well, I don't want to immediately come in and attack.
To thine own self be true, my brother.
Well, I don't want to immediately come in and attack, but let me say it this way. Part of what I've done sort of the last couple of years, and this is my concern, and then I get to my claim. Part of what I've done the last couple of years is I've actually studied several areas of Black culture, and found problems with certain things, especially with inner city Black culture, and I've sort of attacked and responded to that. DMG, you've seen the presentation that I gave, attacking certain elements of what Black culture is, but I got a couple problems. One of which, I see this as issues with your position. One, when we talk about Black people, right? When most of us use the term Black, we're talking about the African descendants of slaves. That's what we're talking about. And so it seems it's wholly illogical, just to put it plainly, the way that you're speaking, because then you turn around and basically say, when we're talking about people who are African descendants of slaves here in the United States, that's what we mean when we say Black. You then turn and say that anything that is then Black culture, anything that comes from African descendants of slaves here in the United States, you say, well, that's not culture. Well, that's an illogical way of arguing, because again, you just keep adding all these qualifications, moving the goalposts. It's death by 1,000 qualifications. So it's just it ain't logical at all. And then you dismiss all sorts of things. So like jumping the broom. We talked about hoodoo. Your response on the call the other day was not the one that you gave earlier. It wasn't if I don't know. I just said I don't know. You immediately went to Google and stuff and then tried to sound, well, that came from slavery. And so again, you dismiss it as being Black culture, because then part of your definition is that if it's Black culture, that it has to come while Black folks living in a vacuum, seemingly, or times have to be all good and perfect for people, because if it arose after or in a situation without these things going on, then it's not Black culture. That wouldn't work for any other people group that you're talking about. Like when you talk about the Jews or the Chinese, anything like that, they have all sorts of things that are cultural traditions that came as a result of. So when Jewish people celebrate Hanukkah, that is a look back to like the Maccabean revolt. And so that is something that is a part of Jewish culture, and it came as they were being oppressed by the Greeks at that point in time. And so,
can I ask you this? Why did they create that? Was it just to celebrate that, or
yes,
was it?
It's just a celebration and a remembrance of how they were kept. And so they have these 8 candles because they only had a day's worth of oil, and it lasted much longer. And so again, and that's the other part of the problem that I have with the way because again, you keep adding all these qualifications that don't have anything to do with culture, not any with any actual definition of culture. So then you basically have this idea that, and this is entirely Western idea that comes from the sort of capitalist structure where it has to advance you in some sort of way. And in the ways that you're going to talk about, you're not going to talk about spiritual ways. You're going to talk about wanting to see material benefits. And it's the same thing you said the other day. That's a Western idea you talk about. That is a European Western idea. That is Adam Smith sort of idea, 1776, the Wealth of Nations idea. So that's that sort of idea. But culture is there to unite. It unites the people. So
where did you get that? Did you add that in?
Did I add what in?
That culture is there to unite people.
No. You asked what the purpose is. I'm telling you that one of the things that culture does, one of the purposes of culture is that it unites the people. It gives them an identity.
That's what I'm asking you. Did you read that somewhere in a definition of culture?
No. And this is the other thing. You keep confusing definition of something with how something ends up being used. So when you're defining what culture is, that doesn't say how culture is used. You can define what any number of things is, but that doesn't tell you how it's used. I'm not talking about the definition here. I'm talking about what the benefit of a culture is. You think that it has to be material.
No,
you think it has to be material benefit.
When I said what I think culture is used for, I said culture must solve problems.
Right.
Absolutely not. That's cap.
I said culture must solve problems.
And that's what I'm telling. And I'm challenging that.
Okay.
Your use of saying that's what culture must do. I'm challenging that. That's completely and utterly incorrect. Culture brings people together. It gives people common ground. So culture is your way of uniting with other people.
That's y'all 5 minutes. That's y'all 5 minutes.
Okay, so all right, that's my 5. But I tell you what, I'm looking forward to any sort of discussion on this topic. I'll put together a whole thing and we'll talk about Black culture anytime.
Yeah. Do you have those type of conversations on here where it's like a one-on-one debate? You know what I'm saying? And we have a topic and
Absolutely.
we can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, welcome to the Terror Dome.
Yeah. I'll let the Slim Reaper know I ain't going nowhere, man. I'm gonna be here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, believe me, you're gonna run in. Don't worry about it. But yeah.
Hey, hold on, Slim Reaper. Did you hear what the brother said?
I heard him capping again.
Nowhere.
Hey, listen.
Hey, he said he about to be a staple of Paradigm Shift TV 314.
He about to get nailed to.
Are you not entertained?
So it's all good. But now, man, appreciate the conversation, bro. Thanks for having me on DMG.
Peace,
no doubt. You ain't gotta go nowhere. You can get another 5 minutes after we go. After we make our.
I want to let the master teacher go. Go ahead.
The community minister himself, the humble scholar extraordinaire, the one and only D. Wash, ladies and gentlemen. Wash.
Good.
I did not get the round of applause.
And let me introduce myself. I'm new to the floor. My name is Craig, Asbury Park.
Who?
Did a show with my man Fish over there, Pernuk. You know, it's my man.
Peace, guy.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? He was saying about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is everything, man. You know what I'm saying? He came from Brooklyn. We see him on TV. That's why I'm watching the Knicks right now.
Dang, man. People don't know turns. People do not know turns.
We'll get to you, bro. We'll get to you.
Well, anyway, what's up, DFG? Man, I had to get on here. I'm watching this. Seattle Seahawks play this team from North Texas with silver and blue. Dare not speak that name.
Say their name, bro. Say their name.
I won't. It's like Beetlejuice. You say it too much, they're gonna pop up. So I don't want to do this.
That's right.
But yeah, I was chilling and I kept getting these alerts and I looked at my phone. And I said, man, let me hop on. Ironically, for the culture, I'm sitting here eating some good fried chicken wings, sucking on the gristle. So, shout out to the culture.
Shout out to the slave.
Hey, we ain't got no culture of food and none of that.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. But let me go ahead and get to my 5 minutes, man. It'll be too long. I just want to say the same thing like I said the other night, Bennu, is like that the definitions that you're using and the terminology you're using, Leandra did an excellent job of breaking it down, is that that's not how we do culture. And one of the things I would challenge you in a positive way to do is that don't just when you have a term, don't just go and look up the Webster dictionary or whatever dictionary of a term and just say, okay, does it fit this? When you talk about cultural, especially cultural anthropology, these are fields of studies that people dedicate their lives to understanding and studying people's language, food, way of life, and being. And so when you talk about Black culture, this is a full-on topic. There's many authors that you can find. There's documentaries that you can find. As a matter of fact, one of the things we just finished, me and my wife finished up last night watching the newest season of Hound and Hog, and then there's another cultural Black cultural thing on Netflix. But I'm just saying is that if you're gonna do that, you have to know about the topic that you're asking. And when you say things like how does it benefit us, how does it push us forward, well, these aren't qualifications that you use for defining what culture is. Culture isn't based on what you can do to move forward. There are negative aspects of culture. There are positive aspects of culture, but culture isn't defined as the qualification to say, does it move us forward? Right? It doesn't matter if it moves you forward or not. It's culture. I
don't agree with that.
Definition. Well, yeah, I mean, I understand it. That's what I'm saying. You don't understand the terminology, and so when you really can't have a full discussion with someone about a topic if you can't A, agree on terms, or B, understand that this is a whole field of study and understanding of terminology. It's just like me telling you, like I said the other night, if I tell you that the sky is yellow, and you tell me the sky is blue, and there's nothing, and you can show me all the empirical evidence to say it, it doesn't matter. I just define terms and said the sky is yellow. The sky is always yellow. It's not blue. It's never been blue. And then at the end of the day, you gotta have. Say it again.
No. Go ahead. I was gonna let you finish, but I just wanted to say something about the terms that I was using for culture.
Yeah, well, remember when I tell you about the definition of terms? Oh, I got an echo. I don't know if somebody went off mute.
I think that brother Craig over there.
Yeah, if you can't put on.
They said mute your mic, Craig.
Mute my mic.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. No, but what I was saying is that when you have definitions, brother, of terms, it's not just a looking up and googling real quick. What does it say? You also have to do some in-depth research. And so the things that we were telling you tonight, things I'm telling you now, things that Leandre was telling you, even the things that Brother DMG was trying to tell you, is that when it comes to culture, and you say black people don't have a culture, that's a purely subjective, ahistorical, more modernized. I'm going to say antiquity West, but modernized, postmodern Western ideal, based on primarily Eurocentric, Amero-Eurocentric values, of trying to put a value on something like culture and then trying to monetize it or propagate it in such a manner that it can be for a community. And the last thing I'll say, and then we can have a dialogue, is that you cannot use a qualification of oppression when it comes to culture, because if that's the case, again, the most of the world people have been in some type of oppression more than they have not been in some type of oppression, no matter where you are. And culture is derived regardless of being oppressive state or non-oppressive state. Again, it's a way of being. If you have more than two people or more than one person together, and they live together, and they eat, they do things, they walk, they talk, they do all these type of things, you have a culture, because you have things defined on what does it, how do they communicate, how they have ways of being, how they have united. That's how we tell you things about, like, hoodoo, for example. Or just, if you don't even use the term hoodoo, you can just use black culture as we use it. You can be from the deep south like I am, have somebody from Portland, Oregon, and I say things like, "Oh man, what happens when your left palm itching? Why is when you got a dream about fish? What does that mean? Do you season your tub? What does it mean to season your tub? What you do on New Year's Eve? Type of stuff like that. We ain't never been around each other, right? And never lived close to each other, never been around each other, but we know that we all have these cultural values. Well, what does that mean? That means we share a black culture as a community. So that's all I got. I think I got like maybe 2 minutes left, so we can maybe dialogue afterwards.
Okay. So I want y'all to know that when my terminology that I'm using for culture, when I'm going outside of the definition, is not nothing that I'm making up. This is coming from a professor in psychology, Dr. Amos Wilson, who said that a culture is a set of rules and procedures together with supporting set of ideas and values. And the main purpose of culture is to solve a people's problems. Now, I didn't make that up. That's Amos.
Yeah, but
So if y'all saying that's false,
what's his qualifications again?
Amos Wilson, professor of psychology.
Okay, so he's not. So is he the professor of anthropology?
No. Is
okay.
culture exclusive to anthropology?
No. Let me ask you this.
So wait. So let me ask you this:
Can you quote a dentist on heart? If you having heart issues, can you quote a dentist? Both of them have medical doctors.
Does culture exist outside of you, or is culture inside?
I'm just asking you a question.
Part of your psychology.
I'm just asking you something.
Over me, you're not listening. I'm actually
no, because I'm following your response with a question. If you have two MDs, do you follow your dentist for heart related issues?
What?
Do you follow the recommendations of your dentist if you're having heart issues?
If he's making sense.
So if you're having heart issues, you will follow your dentist because he has an MD.
I wouldn't call a dentist, but if my dentist told me that he studied some things in heart surgery, then I would take that into equate. You know what I'm saying? Take that as value, but I would still go out and find other information. But what I'm asking you is, when you say psychology is not a part of culture, where do you think culture exists?
I didn't say psychology isn't part of culture.
Wait, hold on. Can I finish?
No, I'm saying you said so. I didn't say that it wasn't part of culture.
What'd you say then?
I said that he's a psychologist, so that's not his field. Culture isn't.
So you're saying that psychology is not a part of culture? Is not.
I didn't.
He doesn't have
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said it's not his field of study. It's not his particular field of study. I didn't say psychology can't be a part of culture. I said
okay. Well, regardless of that, let me ask you this. We can agree to disagree on that, but let me ask you this: Does culture and society exist outside of the people that are practicing it?
Culture cannot exist outside of people.
Right. It has to. It exists in here. Right.
No, I'm saying people, not outside of people. Outside of people. I just say
Period.
if you have
Where
at
does,
least
where
two
does culture
people,
exist?
if
Is
you have at
culture a
least two
physical thing?
people, if you have at least two
Could
people,
you?
you have a culture.
You're not answering my question. Is culture a physical thing that you can reach out and touch?
See this gristle? Yep.
That's not culture. Culture, I'm talking about culture. Is it a thing that you can grasp and grab with your hand? Is it a
Yep.
physical thing? It's not. Culture exists in your mind, in the
Nope.
mind of groups of people. So if a psychologist is not qualified to talk about things that exist in the mind of people, I don't know who is.
Yeah, you don't understand the terms
No,
correctly.
you
See,
don't understand.
you ask the question and then you define the question based on your parameters of the term. That's not how that works.
You're talking about. I
Again,
asked you
like I said, and
does
I said no,
does
and I told you no, you're
and you're
incorrect.
wrong, because you can't bring me culture. You can
Oh
bring
my
me
gosh!
something that
But you're
might
asking a
represent.
psychologist about an anthropological question. That's like asking your
I just
dentist,
asked
"Why
you
is my
was
heart
I
beating
just
wrong?"
asked you I just
That's what
asked
I'm
you
saying.
was
That's what I'm
culture
saying,
was
DMG.
anthropology the study of culture?
I brought up anthropology in this discussion. Now you're trying to bring it to me, asking
No,
me
I'm asking
anthropology.
you. You brought it up, so I'm
You
asking
brought
you,
up Amos
is it
Wilson,
the
who's a
study?
psychologist. Yes or
Bro,
no?
you just keep talking and we not
Because
really
you don't know
having
what you're talking
back and
about.
forth dialogue,
We're not.
because anytime I ask you
We're
a question,
not.
you just keep
We're
going.
not having a back and forth because you don't know what
Is
you're talking about. It's
is
like asking my
anthropology
5-year-old child. It's like asking my 5-year-old to like write me a calculus problem. Like she doesn't know that yet.
is
Like you don't know
anthropology
what you're talking about yet.
is
All right,
anthropology
that's y'all
That's his
five.
5 minutes. That's his
Yeah.
5 minutes. So let me just say this. Anthropology is not the study of culture, just like psychology is not the study of culture. But psychology is the study of the mind, the way the mind works, right? And culture only exists in the minds of the people who practice it. So a
All right.
psychologist gave the definition that culture is a set of rules and procedures together with supporting set of ideas and values that help a people solve problems. That was his definition,
DMG,
and that's what I'm going with. So if
DMG.
you
This
have
is
a
why
better
it's
definition,
frustrating.
listen, wait, because you already used up your 5 minutes. It is my man Ron's turn, but you just talking right now. So if you got a better definition that comes from an anthropologist, you can give me that definition. And I asked you, was an anthropologist the study? Was that the study of culture? And you didn't answer that. So my man Ron, what's good? What's going on in the park? Ain't it Ron's turn?
Tell me, it's cold as hell over here, man. You know.
Already, man.
Are you not entertained? Over here. You hear me?
Peace, God.
Peace. You hear me?
What you say, bro?
You hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, man. Like I was saying, you saying culture, right? Yo, I'm from New York, right? I grew up in back of Fordham Road, right? We used to take the 4 train. We used to see the graffiti on the train when I was a kid, and it shit used to amaze me, man. See how the beautiful artwork of the pieces and sometimes the cartoon work I be having. That's our culture, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the Bronx, and I got Son of Harlem on my arm. But the Bronx and Harlem, it's everything to us, man. You know what I'm saying? KRS-One, come on, man. He gave us the blueprint how to live. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be 45 in a couple of hours. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, happy degree day,
I've
bro.
been to Rikers. Thank you. Peace. I appreciate that. I've been to Rikers Island one time in my life, and I never went back. But the thing that kept me out of jail and out of probation, out of parole, was Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, and Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? They never told me to go do nothing I couldn't, couldn't handle, as a man, That's the culture, Kids breakdancing in the park, Puerto Rican and black. I seen that. That's our culture, bro. You know what I'm saying? With me and you did. Even if nobody came, I did it for the culture,
Now, yo, Ron. I respect that and I rock with that, right? Now go on YouTube and Google breakdancing and see what come up. You're gonna see 1,000 Chinese men breakdancing and not one brother.
That's all
Maybe
right, man.
one
Like I
brother,
said,
maybe
man,
one
I
brother.
know.
You don't have
You know what I'm saying?
not our culture right now.
But that's beautiful though, cause like I said, I seen it first in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? The first time I seen it on the thing was in Flashdance. I was watching Jennifer Lopez video, and the first time I seen hip hop on the big screen was Flashdance. You know what I'm saying? And that was a big move right there. And my man Frosty, he's from my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? He's from the original Rocksteady crew. He's in the front of Frosty. He's in front of Wild Style the movie. He's the one with the afro. That's our culture right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. The graffiti, the hip hop, and the Chinese people want to be like us.
Yo, Ron, and I said that too. I said that
Yeah.
what we call culture is a remix of slave culture, hip hop culture, drug culture, and gang culture. All that
stuff come back, and we gotta think about all that came from the drums. You know what I'm saying? Of Africa, you know, the beat, people dancing. You know what I'm saying? Territories and stuff.
We're not doing that though. It's been hijacked. When you listen to hip hop right now, when you turn on the radio right now, it's no conscious.
Of course, it's been hijacked since the commercial days, since Kid and Play. You know what I'm saying? Since the cartoon.
So would you still consider that ours if somebody else is using it to push a message onto our children? That's not our message. Sexy Red is our culture.
Not really, you know what I'm saying? I mean, until I see KRS-One in the school books and stuff like that, like I said, they pushing it, but they ain't pushing enough on nobody. They blaming us for stuff that's going on wrong. I mean, with the culture.
This is their culture.
Even though the American society is showing us wars and stuff.
And I agree with you that, you know what I'm saying, what hip hop and the things that we created are, but right now, that's not our culture. That's somebody else's culture to profit off of us. We being used as a tool, as something that we created. You feel what I'm saying? So I get it. That, you know what I'm saying? That we created that out of something to make something out of it. Like I said before, that what we call a culture is things that we do just to make us feel good as a people. All right. Word. You can come back on too, Ron, but mute your mic so I can stop the echo.
Hey, brother Ron, you came in and you shut it down, boy, when you came in talking about that hip hop. So, hey, salute to you. You came in and shut it down.
Ron already know, because that's my heart right there. You know what I'm saying? I rocks with Ron, man.
Hey, he in
the comments talking about our Google.
He over here like this.
He talking about Google Amos Wilson. Like, man, I've been studying the man for years. You feel me? Like, I got numerous of his books in the room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't just like somebody that's out here just Googling information. Like, this is something that I've been pushing from what I felt for the longest, you feel me? And yes, I find information that correlates with that, and I push that. But if you just want to talk about chicken bones and chewing on gristle as being a part of your culture, I still don't want to be a part of that. That ain't no benefit to me, and I'd rather practice another people's culture before I practice some slave cultures. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have this stuff that came from Africa, but we're not using it for what they used it for. We're using it because somebody else put it on us, and we just don't know no better. You feel what I'm saying? So
you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
And they just keep saying I'm moving the goalpost, man. It ain't no goalpost because we don't even got a goalpost.
He said we ain't even got no goalposts, and he want all the smoke on this topic. That's what he's saying. So Leandre, the Slim Reaper, actually, hey, I know you bring something to the table, and I'm gonna tell you why. You just had the Slim Reaper up here say, I would love to have this conversation. I'll make a whole presentation on it. I'm gonna tell you why that's significant. Because usually when he come up here and say, DMG, I hate you. And I'd be like, what you saying you hate me for, dog? You bring these people up here. It's a waste of my time. They not qualified to sit with me. They ain't took the classes I took. They ain't got the paperwork I got. Like, I don't even know why I'm up here talking to them, but I do it for you because you my brother, so I hate you. And I'm like, man, I can't even say nothing. But he come in here with you and he said he want the smoke. So you got to bring something to the table for that to have happened.
They all want to smoke until they find out there's fire behind it.
Oh,
but they in the comments they talking about I'm practicing a white man culture. How? You feel me? And I'm not vegan, just like I'm not black, and I said I'm Benubian. I'm a Goditarian. I eat what God provided on this earth for me to eat. I'm not a vegan because you can eat cardboard and consider yourself a vegan. So you calling me stuff that I'm not, and I don't even know what you're talking about.
I see. Yeah, man. I don't know why they who bringing up the white man? Like, what they got to do with anything?
Nothing. You feel me? I'm different. So like they trying to put me in categories of people that they talked to before or that they debated before, but I ain't nothing like them. You feel me? Like I don't subscribe to none of the stuff they subscribe to. Anything that I do, I'm trying to develop my own language. You feel me? That goes back to incorporating other things that we did in other cultures and using different African languages and things that correlate with us, because in this language it's certain feelings and vibrations that these words that these Europeans put together can't describe. And that's some of the reasons that we in certain things that we in right now, because we don't have nothing of our own. And that's my main objective, our own. Y'all practicing the white man's culture because all y'all talk about is y'all scholarships, y'all paper that give y'all accreditation over anybody else, which you don't. I'm talking about real life, you know what I'm saying? This from the streets. And like that's where I'm coming from with it, you know what I mean? And I'm self-taught. I ain't go to no schools or none of that. I just put my head in.
He put his own mind to use. You know what I mean? Put his head in them books. Like, y'all, look, man, y'all better stop playing with this brother. Stop playing.
Why he ain't come up on the screen? He was in the comments going ham, but he ain't come up on the screen.
Who was that?
Byron Walsh.
He was up here. He was just
Byron
up here.
Walsh. Oh, who was that? That was the one with the locks.
Yeah.
What you on the chicken bone, right? Chicken bone sucker.
Oh man.
I love him though, man.
Hey, that's the humble scholar right there. Hey, I'm gonna tell you though, Byron ain't no joke. Yeah, I'm messing with him because he said he mad at me, but hey, he ain't no joke. So
I appreciate all the brothers because I built with them in the group. You know what I'm saying? I know they about their business and they stand on what they stand on. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't have it no other way. You know what I'm saying? And that's like what my people tell me, like, yo, you need to go into these forums and have these conversations with people that actually, you know what I'm saying, study this work. And like these are the type of people that I want to have these conversations with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah. It was I was like I said as I was listening to you, I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna see if he want to come on the joint and rock out. Because like I said, I liked that you stood your ground, and then I didn't mind what you were saying. I just don't like the word. That's all. Because
and they go into that too. Like, is this not our language? So we saying things trying to express certain things, but it only can go so far because the language is constricting us. You feel what I'm saying? I'm speaking from my heart, but I got to use another man's language. I got to use his culture to express how I feel, and I'm not a part of his culture. You see what I'm saying? If we was talking about we had our own culture, we would have our own language.
Is there no one else?
What we got? Ebonics, Pig Latin.
Wow, he going in, man. He going in, y'all. Look, hey, Slim Reaper. It might be a long night on this one, man. When y'all want to do this? Hey, let me drop the link again.
Yeah.
And get the Slim Reaper back in here and see when y'all can do this. Do black people / what we gonna say? Do black people or do African Americans have a culture? Is that gonna be the topic of the discussion?
Yeah, they're able to use English and excel because they assimilate into the European culture. They accept it. They accept the ways and the values of European culture. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, of course they can excel. But if you differ from that, you're not gonna excel that far.
Charismatic Classic Craig in the building.
Peace, guys.
What's up?
How you doing there, June Bugs? How we doing today, man?
All right.
Yo, so what we got rocking? What we got rocking here, man? What's up with you, Chief? Yo, peace, brother. I was listening to what you were saying. My bad to
Yeah.
jump in and everything like that. So you making a lot of commotion, you're making a lot of trouble. I see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
A lot of
guess
people
so.
are disturbed with what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So you said you wanted to create your own language, your
Indeed.
own everything, right? Okay, so now here's the thing, right? Of course, Dr. York and Elijah Muhammad and all them have done that before, but I just want to say this right here, right? What moved you to want to do that? I kind of have I feel you on why, but I just need it in your own words. What moved you to want to do that, brother?
So want to
What
create my
moved you to
own
want
language.
not just the language, just you want to redefine what it is to be us. You see what I'm saying? Like
Right.
what's the cause of that?
Well, it wasn't just one thing, you know what I'm saying? It was when I changed my eating habits, it was just from a point of me looking around my community and seeing that the only thing that it was really to eat was chicken. You know what I'm saying? And like just like why is everybody just trying to sell me chicken? You know what I'm saying? And why do I have to eat that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then thinking like that's what majority of the people I know are eating, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just certain things that feel like they being forced on us and we don't have no say so or no way to get out of it. You know what I mean? Like as far as the language go, like we have to speak this language or we can't communicate and it's not our language. You know what I'm saying? And I just from listening to from different teachers and reading different books, you know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of my did a lot of my studying in jail. You know what I'm saying? I did a couple county bids, nothing too crazy, but I was lucky enough to meet some of the right people in there that saw the path that I was heading down, you know what I'm saying? And really like gave me some knowledge to go forward on my journey, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a accumulation of a lot of different things, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, baked chicken is definitely not healthy.
So basically, okay, so from what you're telling me, from what I'm gathering, right? Being quote unquote African American, you was born into the negativity, right? And a lot of that negativity, people feel like it's the way of life for us at the end of the day. So they have to pretty much for a woman, you be like Sexy Red or Cardi B, and for a dude, you be like, goddamn me, I don't know if you know who Yellow Beezy is or motherfucking goddamn me, Webby. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like that or DMG. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he's a dangerous Negro. Look at his bald head. It's very dangerous. But anyway, like I was saying, right? Um, so basically, you're trying to get out of that negativity by creating some form of positivity, even if it means creating something out of scratch, out of thin air, basically. That's basically what you're telling me.
I wouldn't go so far as saying thin air because we got, you know what I'm saying, some basic things we can use as foundation to build on. So, but for the most part, yeah, you're right. And to the brother that said buy some chickens, I told you I moved out here to help my family on our family farm, and it's a bird farm. We got chickens, ducks, geese, cows, goats. You know what I'm saying? So I got all of that, and I won't touch them. I won't eat them, and they follow me around like they know I won't eat them. You know what I'm saying? Like they can smell it on me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so all right, so we one with nature, bro. I got you. I'm a hunter, so I eat a chicken and a goddamn cow and deer in a heartbeat. But my point is, right, what I wanted to ask you too, right, and I'm not trying to forgive me if I said like out of thin air. So you're basically trying to redefine what it is to be African American because you're not proud of the heritage that we have, or even if you call it heritage, you feel like it could be better, or how do you feel, brother?
um, I want to say I'm not proud of my ancestors. I'm very proud of my ancestors, and I hold my ancestors in very high regard, and I respect everything they did for us. But I'm not going to sit here and say that they uh I wouldn't say that they were 100% accurate in the ways that they took, you know what I'm saying, to get to where they are, where we are, you know what I'm saying, because we still fighting some of the same plights that they was fighting, you know what I'm saying, and even more, you know what I'm saying. So, and the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And that's basically what the brothers in the chat and, you know what I'm saying, the rest of quote unquote black culture is doing, you know what I'm saying, letting somebody else define what it means to be quote unquote black. You feel me? Who told us we was black? Because that didn't come from Africa.
Who told us we was black? I'm just saying.
Africans in Africa eat chicken, and so we can too. I guess if you want to eat a chicken, go ahead and eat a chicken, man. That what does that mean? Like, does that mean?
I don't think he was in here when you broke down the health benefit. You know, when you was talking about how much healthier you are and, you know, stuff like that. I don't think he was in here yet when you was talking about that.
The evolution of language can be influenced by culture. Yeah. So why we can't create our own language? Don't we got English majors? And that was another thing that I brought up that I've been trying to have a debate with too. I brought up I had a topic on my Facebook where I said that educated black people are black people's biggest problem.
Oh wow. Uh-oh.
And I stand on that. I stand on that. More than I stand on we don't have a culture.
Break that down. Because look, listen, you about to put me in a better light because all I got is a GED.
So listen, if we talk about who's supposed to be solving the problems in our community, well, we gonna look to the people, the uneducated, the people that don't have these degrees and these supposed to quote unquote skill sets to solve these problems. These supposed to be the ones that's getting us out of the situations that we in. You feel what I'm saying? Because they in the rooms with these people that are on these levels, but they don't want to get us out of the situations that we in. They want to profit and they want to make their family good and they want to continue this capitalist society so that they can continue to doing what they're doing.
What kind of that, y'all?
They don't want to get us out of the situations that we in. Because if they did, it would be some change. You know what I'm saying? Like,
come on, man.
I mean, to be honest with you, I know what point he's doing it because I felt like that once upon a time, and to be honest with you, I still do. But I had to kind of look at the dynamics. You know what I'm saying? It's a 50-50 issue. But yeah, it's a lot of people that are educated, very, very educated, very well off, wealthy, that don't get back to their neighborhoods, right? But you have some that do. You feel what I'm saying? But from my scenario, being a businessman myself, having a business, you know what I'm saying, trying to go to people that look like me to help me with my business at the end of the day, I didn't really get that much motherfucking play. And these were brothers and sisters who pretty much had certain resources to help me. You know what I'm saying? They could have directed me in the right way. You know what I mean? I'm not saying all of them do, but you got a majority that feel like, you know, I got mine. Negro, you get yours. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's kind of sad at the end of the day. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying with that. And yeah, when you got some dudes and some ladies too that get their shit together, get everything popping, they do at the end of the day feel like they're better than you and the regular dude. You know what I'm saying? They do feel like that.
Every year of Black History Month, they go down this list of 1,000 inventions that Black people came up with, but none of them are being used for the benefit of our people. We're not profiting off none of those. None of those is building institutions. They all go into white or different cultures, organizations to build them up financially. You feel what I'm saying? We create all of these things, so yeah, but we don't benefit off of it as a people.
Hey, hold on. We got to stop for a second. Because it's a telltale sign on Paradigm Shift, in the Let's Dialogue group, Paradigm Shift, Battle of the Ideologies group, Brothers and Sisters group, wherever B Wash is, Facebook, wherever he is, it's a telltale sign that somebody done messed up. Y'all remember that scene on Minister Society with my man Bill Duke?
You know you done fucked up, right?
You up, don't you? You know you messed up. He started laughing at him. You know you messed up, don't you? When B Wash say, "You sure?" He Bill Duke pointing that finger. You know you messed up, don't you? So I just want to stop and make sure we standing on our square with this, because one of the most thorough cats I know just said you effed up.
So look, when we go into sports and we talk about sports, right? If a team is trash, right? Yeah, the players get called out, but at the end of the day, who they replacing? The coach, who is essentially the most educated person on the team.
Oh, wow.
He got to go because he's not doing what he's supposed to do to get those players in line and to make them do what they're supposed to be doing. Trading to get the right people in the right positions so that they can go for shit. Right now, most educated people are not putting us in a position to compete for anything.
Oh, wow.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want to?
So he's saying most educated people are not putting us in position of anything. So are you trying to say they're like what? They're just being totally selfish, or they're catering to the other race?
Nah,
we got to put.
Let me tell you. I hope and pray. My wife, my queen, my moon, and my stars did not hear you say that. Cause she gonna come down here, push me out the way, and say, "Let me tell you something, my G. I'm a VP at the company I'm in, and all but one of my 10 team members look like me, and I hired them all."
Hold up, DLG. This is one of the issues, though. Check this out, right? See, a lot of times when topics like these come up, right, everybody go personal. Look at what I do. I'm in this neighborhood.
Listen. The individual is part of the collective.
Oh no, but hold up. Not necessarily. I'm gonna tell you.
No. In the instance that I just pointed out, the individual is part of the collective.
Hold on.
Because the individual got 8 other individuals that look like her that's making 6 figures and up.
So
check this out, DLG. That's that individual, and that's a minority compared to the majority.
But it's still part of the collective.
And this is what I'm saying.
Still part of the collective.
And this is what I'm saying, right? Not to discredit anybody's educational achievements. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect somebody that can dedicate themselves to a field of study, right? But what I'm saying is, right, when they get out of these institutions, they go looking for businesses that are ran and owned by other cultures. None of them say, yo, like, all right, boom. I do see people like, you know what I'm saying? It's starting to be a boom of people starting their own businesses and we're doing this and we're doing that. But the most educated people in the most pristine fields of study go to these big major companies so that they can make that bag. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, okay, you hire people that look like you, but it's still in somebody else's company.
The GT taking offense to this chicken conversation. Like, you and my man. Hey, shout out to John Norman. I definitely got to get him back on the show. Shout out to John Norman. But my man the GT took offense to that whole chicken conversation. He said chicken is a universal cuisine. Y'all funny.
Hey, but check this out.
We got B Wash. We got B Wash back in the building.
Yeah. Hey, but check this out, DMG. I understand what he's saying.
Hey, turn your YouTube down in the background, man.
No, that ain't.
What the? B Wash, what's on your mind, man?
Hey, man, y'all. See, you know, you brought me back this twice. I'm here chilling with my baby now, man. Hey, all I had to say is Bennu, I would caution about the whole education thing, and I'm not, and I always say it's not education, is not the end all be all. But I would caution using that rhetoric, especially talking about black education as a whole and black people being educated about what they're doing and not doing with the things that they have done and learned for the black community, both as a holistic component and smaller in your smaller silos in society. That's all I can do is give the cautionary tales. Just like you may wanna qualify that. Maybe that's something that you specifically have seen or have not seen in your case. But I would caution very, very strongly against that kind of just catch-all language.
And I would just kindly cut through that caution tape to ask you, what have the educated black community done to free us of the oppression that is on us by the dominant society?
Oh, man. Okay, no, that's my topic. Okay, so you want to talk about in total. So let's talk about one of the only institutions that has been long-standing, universal, especially from being in the South. You want to talk about like HBCUs, for example, historically black colleges, universities, who have not only educated and trained most of our people to do for self, but also not only to start their own businesses that create the black wealth in the country, but also you talk about creating from nothing the black middle class. I give you a staunch example. I live here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We have the only HBCU system in the world, meaning that we create our own law school. We have things to create our own medical school, engineering school, nursing school, agricultural school, business school, which I got my master's with honors from that business school. Um, and so on and so forth. This institution itself created the black middle class in Louisiana as a whole. And then it was also assisted with another HBCU, public HBCU in North Louisiana. You excuse me, I got my little kids next to me because it's chilling with daddy time, but I just had to get on here. You're talking about creating from nothing, from nothing. You look at the story of HBCUs, and I'm not saying HBCUs are perfect by any way, shape, or form, but you follow and see what the things that HBCUs did and did not have to begin at their starting point and how they literally built our community and helping our community. So you were talking about people educating, but they also employed people from our community to build our universities. Who did the contracting? Who built the schools? Who did the plumbing? Who does the maintenance? Who did the roofing? Who does the electricity? Who does the HVAC? Is they employing other black people who may not have these degrees, but are certified black people in our have historically certified black people in our community, so they can create jobs and have contracts working at our HBCUs, fighting for us at the legislature as a whole. As a matter of fact, it already came out about 3 years ago, and I'm speaking specifically about the university I graduated, got my master's from, is that the state of Louisiana owes Southern University almost $1 billion back because they did not adequately fund the historically black colleges and universities in the state of Louisiana. So no matter how much giving or how much we trying and stuff like that, black people as a whole have been working, as Dr. King said, asking a bootless man to pick himself up by bootstraps. We've been doing this the whole time. And HBCU, and again, we just talking about from an educational standpoint right now, institutions of higher education. Is the end all be all? Absolutely not. But again, without that, just making that broad brush statement, I just gave you some facts right there.
You
I'm
said a
running
lot
this shit.
of,
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
you said a lot of touching things, you know what I'm saying? But as far as HBCUs go, it's about what, 109 of them, something like that. It's only 5 of them named after black men, people. Um, everything that you said, none of it was what I asked you. I said, what have they done to get us out of the oppression that we're in right now? You're talking about creating jobs and things like that, but those things are cool. But at the end of the day, the money that they're creating from those jobs is going back into the dominant society, because we don't have a culture to generate it and keep that money in our own communities, which the educated people in our communities should be doing and should be setting up, but they're not. They're just letting people run wild with their money and spend it all crazy, when we should be setting up different things for these people who are less educated than us to follow behind. And when I say oppression, somebody asked in the comments, when I say oppression, I'm talking about the prolonged, cruel, and unjust treatment or control of a people. And I'm also talking about the mental pressure and distress that's put on the people.
So let me give you an example. But go ahead, Craig. Go ahead, Craig.
Hold on, quick, Byron. Now I get your point, but I get brother point too. But basically, in a nutshell, what he's asking is this, right? How come there is no unity? Because, like, here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, I got to give it to him. Yes, a lot of people at the end of the day, when they go to HBCUs, I call them the black elite, right? They're together, but they have a disgust and they look down on people that they feel are not qualified. They mama can't read, they daddy can't read, because they little black ass gang got their credentials and shit like that. Now they acting like the white man. Now they a white boy in black skin at the end of the day, right? So what I'm saying is, right, where is that unity? Because, like, here's my thing, bro. Like what brother said, I kind of feel him, because I feel a little bit like that too, but I understand the business part. Because the only person, a white man never told me I was never qualified. It was a black man that told me that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of y'all. But I'm just saying.
You're broad brushing over 100-something institutions historically over 100 plus years, and just saying, oh, they just go there and get elite. According to who? Because if you know anything about my story, I don't brush my nose up to anybody in my community I do work for. Hands down. I'm not just I'm one person, but you're the only person that you talking to right here. Want me to bring in two other people? I can bring my wife right up in there. She got her the undergrad from an HBCU, doing the same thing. I can bring my homeboy up the street. I can bring the same thing. Matter of fact, in my community right now, hold on, let me finish. In my community right now, we got people who have degrees and non-degrees, building homes and building places for people, black people, to have their own spaces and revamping our communities. I just told you, I'm in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, more specifically in Scotlandville, Louisiana, in part of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, historically black community that was built up by former slaves and former sharecroppers who came to this community and built that university. I just talked about Southern University, and continue to support the university and university giving back. We're talking about infrastructure. We're talking about battle against the government pushes the white man that has historically devalued using our dollars and stealing our dollars and our money. You know, you paying for taxes and stuff like that. You're supposed to get those things back for your communities. Better roads, better street signs, better piece of Papa John's just running around. But nah, you're supposed to get all that good stuff, but you ain't getting it because they reallocate your resources. But guess what? If you don't know how to go back into these systems and say, hey, hold on, we got this percentage of the population that's already distressed. You're supposed to get in that back door. The federal government, which also supposed to be getting back to your communities, has put money aside to go to your communities, but the powers that be have taken that money and sideswiped it so they can build some bike rails in the downtown instead of helping grandma house up the street and get the plumbing, so whenever it rains, that her street don't flood and that her house don't flood and that her car don't malfunction from being flooded. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about, fighting the infrastructure that's supposed to be in our communities and stuff like that. So nah, bro, it ain't no thing with just one lead. You want to go to a couple people and say, well, this person stuck your nose or whatever. Okay, white folks stick their nose up other white folks, right? Chinese people stick their nose up Chinese people. You looking for this unobtainable, unimaginable, just this black unity where there is no this idea of classlessness that don't exist. Even for those who don't have degrees, people put their nose up to people, and even those within degrees, they do have their nose up to people. That's not a black thing. That's a people thing. But you talking about real life, who done stuff for our communities? Come on, man.
What the things that you describing and the things that you talk about, it sound like what you trying to do is cure a cold by blowing your nose. You feel me? You going to clear some congestion for a minute, but you're here. You're not curing nothing. And what I'm telling you is the person handing me the tissue that knows the cure, the things that will ail the common cold is the problem. You giving me a tissue to blow my nose.
You don't even know the problem.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's cool.
That's not how that goes.
But this what I want to ask you though, real quick. What scholars led the Haitian Revolution against the French?
There was no scholars at that time.
Exactly. My point exactly. So if a people trying to get free, it ain't going to be the people in the schools.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
All these books. You know
Can
what
I
I'm
ask you a
saying?
question now? Can I ask you a question?
What you trying
Can I
to
ask you a question?
Yeah.
What scholars led the civil rights movement?
The civil rights movement ain't free us from nothing.
I ain't actually, Haitian Revolution freed you?
The Haitian Revolution freed the Haitians from
No,
French
no.
oppression.
Did it free you? Did it? How they doing right now?
They messed up because they ain't got no backup.
Oh,
You know
okay.
why? Because educated. Listen.
So the
You know
Haitians,
why?
came
Listen,
French.
wait. I'm gonna tell you why. You know why? Because
But
the
you didn't answer
people
my
that got
question. Let me go
educated.
back.
Listen. The people that got
You can answer
educated
my
in
question.
Haiti sold them out.
Answer my question.
Educated people in Haiti sold them out.
What scholars led the civil rights movement?
A lot of them. It was a lot of them.
Okay. So civil rights. So
Martin Luther King went to college,
keep
right?
going.
He's a college graduate. I don't know the rest of them. A lot of them probably. Stokely Carmichael was in college. Huey P. Newton went to college. You know what I'm saying? They did some good in the community. But
they did some good.
Yeah, they did. They did a lot of good. They did a lot of
Oh.
good things. They did a lot of great things. You feel what I'm
Okay.
saying? But what I'm talking about is now that they're dead and gone, what scholars are doing anything similar or even close to what Martin Luther King, Huey P. Newton, Stokely Carmichael was doing?
You looking at one?
What? Okay, I'm looking at one. What are some of the things that you've done besides outside of business?
Outside of business, everything we do is compared to business. But yeah, we can do it. You can talk about
It all
community
go down to
involvement.
the dollar. It all
No,
falls
no,
down
no,
to
no,
the
no.
dollar.
When I say business, I'm talking about taking care of business. I ain't talking about like my business. The business that I do is nonprofit, so it's not nothing about in the pocket. First of all, you talking about building infrastructure. I just told you about the houses that we're building in our community. You talked earlier about food. We did a food study, and we're doing
And I
food and
say outside
understanding
of
how to
business.
deal.
Hold
How
on,
to
hold on.
how
I
to
said
hold on.
outside of
You
business,
asked the
I mean
question. I'm giving you an answer.
stop
You
oppression.
asked the question. I'm giving you an answer.
Yeah, but I want to give you some insight on the question I'm asking because you're not going in the direction where my question was directed. When
You
I
should have
say
been more clear in
outside
the
of
first
business,
time.
I mean to stop the oppression on quote unquote black people.
There
What have you
is
outside of business?
there is no such thing, and I want to be very, very clear when I say this. There is no such thing as one people or one person or one entity or one time frame that just stops oppression.
So
You
how long?
battle it century after century. Our ancestors, when they got here, they battled it from being in shackles and they battled against that oppression. They fought enough to make the United States have to say, "Are we going to be for or against slavery?" And the whole country went to war. Our ancestors that dealing with Jim Crow fought against that to the point, all the way to the point to where the United States government had to feel like what's going on all the way to the civil rights movement, fighting to deal with that. You talk about Dr. King, you talk about one of the most influential men in the world that literally put the United States on its knees publicly across the world to say, "Oh, you want to go and talk about being a moral police to all these other nations that you are putting dogs and putting fire hoses and killing people, your own citizens. If you want to go to China, you want to go to
Yeah,
Russia, talk about being
and
a
they
moral
stuck
police."
dogs and
So again,
fire
so that's
hoses
another
on him.
that's another iteration of it. We got another iteration of the Black Panther Party movement that happened in the 70s and 80s, and that movement. You had the righteous resistance
I'm
movement
talking
in the
about
90s
you.
when black. I'm telling you everything that's going on. You said what happens to oppression? You
No, no,
continue
no, no,
to
no,
have
no,
an
no,
oppression.
no, 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 no,
No, no,
no. I
no.
said
I answered
you.
you. I
I
tried to
said
answer you.
you.
You said you
I
didn't worry
said I'm
about me.
looking at one of them, and I said,
You
well,
say
what have
you
you
say you
done
didn't worry about me.
outside of business to
No,
help
that ain't the
black
follow up because
people
you
or
asked
black
you
people from the
the new
oppression that they're going through?
the new don't I don't like skating, bro. I don't like doing all that. I don't like doing all that skating. You asked me something, and you said, "Well, hold on, let me tell you what I really meant by the
Oh,
question."
I'm asking
Did
you
you or
the
did you not say that?
question. You
Make your
said
question
I'm
clear.
looking at
I'll
one of
mute
them,
myself.
and I
Ask
said,
the
what have
question.
you
Make it
done
clear.
to free quote unquote black people from the oppression that they're facing from the dominant society outside of
Was
business?
was I not talking and you cut me off when I was telling you about the things we're doing? Yes
No,
or
you
no?
were talking about the Black Panther Party and Martin Luther King.
Before that, what was I talking about the infrastructure in my
You was
community? I
talking
was
about
telling you about.
business things that you put together, and you said,
I
"Oh, it's
just
not a business; it's a nonprofit." And I said, "Outside of business, I mean, what have you done to stop the oppression? What
and you
movement have
stopped
you
me
put
from
forward
talking.
to get that
See, I
boot
don't like
off
scary
the neck
dudes.
of black people?"
I don't like dudes being scared. If I'm gonna speak, let me speak. Don't cut me
I'm
off.
not scared at all, bro. I just want you to be clear on what I'm
Okay,
Boy,
asking.
shook. That boy pumping shook one.
let's
I
do
like
this.
playing
I
triple.
want you to be clear on what I'm asking
Real,
you.
Hey,
real
bro.
quick.
You don't just start
Let's
talking off into the wind, saying whatever you want.
get it back to some order. So, my brother Bennu, what's your question for who had the question that's being avoided?
I had the question that he running from.
So
Okay.
he asked a question. I
What was my
began
question?
answering. He said, "Well, war, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about what we gonna do to end the oppression." And I gave the
I didn't say that.
qualification that there
See?
ain't
Oh,
no
wait,
such
wait. So
thing.
stop him, because I didn't say that.
There no such thing as ending or killing a single person, killing or ending oppression by themselves.
I never said that.
Okay. So it restate your question, bro, and then we gonna let B Wash answer it.
Make it 100% clear. Make all your qualifications, please.
Yeah. Ask your question, and we're gonna let B Wash answer it uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted. I asked him, what has he specifically done outside of business, nonprofit business, for-profit business, whatever, outside of that, to free black people, quote unquote, black people, from the oppression that they're facing from the dominant society. I'm not asking him about what happened in the 70s, the 80s, the 60s, the 50s. I'm talking about him. What's his name?
B Wash.
B Wash. What has B Wash,
The
humble
scholar.
scholar, as being a HBCU graduate, what has he done or put together or started that is there to stop the oppression of black people, quote unquote black people? And I'm not.
Now,
I'm gonna mute my
hold
mic.
on, bro. Let me.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick. I know you don't know the brother that well, right? So I want to give you an opportunity are you sure that's the question you want to ask?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. And if he has done things, I will congratulate him. I just
got
was
you.
asking him that, but he
You
wasn't
know,
answering.
this ain't an attempt that I got you. Okay, I got you.
Nah, I
Genuinely
just want to know because he's saying that he told me, because the reason I'm asking him that is because he said you're looking at one of them. So I want to know. All right, if I'm looking at one of them, I want to know what you've done.
Bet. So we can start from the beginning.
Let him answer uninterrupted. I gotta go pay a water bill. I'll be right back.
So yeah, so we're talking about growth and building our community. You're talking about from a food standpoint. We understand we had a food disparity, still got a food disparity in our community. So we put up monthly and also now moving up to bi-weekly markets that help that puts young entrepreneurs, those who don't have storefronts, those who have farms in our community as a way so they can sell directly to consumers, right? No going to the stores or anything like that. Building on what we have. We also did a study and tried to figure out, okay, look, you want to try to build health and wealth in our community. We got to take our food habits that we got from our ancestors, our cooking ways and stuff like that. How do we do that? So, everybody in the dominant society was big on this kale kick and all these other type of greens. But guess what? People in our communities eat what type of greens: mustard greens, collard greens, turnip greens. But there's a healthy way you can cook that too. So we taught our people in the community ways that you can take the same greens that grandma and them cook. Maybe you don't have to use a ham hock in it. Maybe use some other ingredients to make it taste just as good, but using the same healthy food. You want the brother Jay Nolan talked about the same thing with chicken. You ain't got to fry everything. You can bake it. And to be honest, there's certain ways you can fry it to be more to be more healthy for your eating habits in your community. This is one thing, just dealing with food disparities and young and small businesses who aren't able to get their foot in the door with a bunch of other things. The other thing that we deal with, we build infrastructure. So in our community, I don't know you know anything about Louisiana, we do Mardi Gras, we do parades pretty hard. But guess what we didn't have in the community? A black Mardi Gras. People say, oh, that's the celebration, that's the fun. But guess what Mardi Gras is? It's a multi-million dollar, almost billion-dollar industry. If you look at the profits that come from it, we weren't getting none of it. So we created Mardi Gras for, by, and run by black people in our community. So now businesses, our local businesses, are profiting. They've been able to grow and expand their businesses. And we have 2 or 3 in the last 3 years, because we're going to our 4th year next year, that's been able to open up full shops within our community, so people can go and build on those things. I just told you about the housing projects that we're dealing with right now. We're taking dilapidated buildings, previously abandoned, been old whatever houses used to be, revamping those and building infrastructure so we can have multifamily homes on top of it in that community, right? Other things we advocated for. In 2016, we had a monumental flood that happened in our community that really affected how people are able to revamp their homes. We found out people didn't understand home ownership, that they thought they was living in the house that grandma and them had, but guess what? They realized that grandma had a lien on that house. She didn't even realize it, and so now the state owned it or somebody else owned it. So we had to get people to understand how to get their titles in order and their heirs in order because people wasn't understanding how to do this. So now we had a whole turnaround that people are reclaiming their properties, their family properties, getting their title insurance, getting their heirs in order, so they have something of value. Because as it is in the deep south, wealth is power. So you got to own what you have. You got to own that plot of land that you grew up in, not just renting. You want to own what we have. So those are just a few examples. There's many more. Again, I'm not a bragger because I don't need to brag on everything I do. You'll learn more about it when you're in the group. But GMG knows and other people know the things that I've been able to do. Again, this is one person, just an HBCU grad amongst many. And again, I'm not special myself. There's plenty of others that I deal with often, all the time. They're doing the same type of stuff we do.
And I commend you, bro. That's some dope stuff. And if it's any way that I can assist and help and be a part of those things, I would love to, because those sound like beautiful things. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of all of that, all of those things are business things and business opportunities for people to generate money. You know what I'm saying? And so
Oh, I'm unapologetic about that. We want people to be able to generate money because
right.
one thing you know about money is that you want to be able to build business in our community, circulate back into your community. So it's not just about building business for the sake of building businesses. You want those businesses to build back into your community. So you go at the barber shop and you buy the honey cakes that come over once a week. The lady that brings the little sweet cakes, the little candies and stuff like that. You give her some bread and she make money off of that. But guess what? She able to take her money, and when she will get her son some shoes, she go to the black shop up the street that's selling the shoes or the shirts or whatever that's from that community. The owner of that community, another black man, he take his stuff. Guess what? It's Friday. He gotta get a haircut for the weekend. Guess what he going back to? He going back to the barber shop right back up the street to pay his 20, 40, maybe get a little extra tip, maybe $60. So now that money going to the black barber. The black barber got to go and get his oil changed, man, because it's time to get some new tires. He gonna take that money that he done made from the barber shop, going to the black mechanic up there to get his oil changed, get his tires rotated on his vehicle. The mechanic in the community got to get some food to eat, bro, because he's hungry. So what he gonna do? He gonna go to one of our pop-up shops, along local shops, to get him some fresh apples, some grapes, some oranges. You see what I'm going here? What I'm talking about? Businesses and dollars in the community being circulated. That's what I'm talking about.
They call that be?
I'm
Group
economics.
There you go.
So we're not just opening business just to benefit on people, bro.
I respect it and I love it. And just like I said, I would love to be a part of what you're doing and to help out and maybe even transfer some of those things over here to the community that I'm in now in Orangeburg, South Carolina. You feel what I'm saying? I love that, even out in New Jersey. So I commend you. You feel what I'm saying? I respect that and much love. You know what I'm saying? But still, back to what I was saying, you still didn't name nothing outside of business. But it's cool though. It's cool though, because you know what I'm saying.
It's not outside of. It's outside. See, I reject the premise because I reject that premise. What outside of business? Because if my community can't eat off of wealth in the community, then they need to have their business. I'm not gonna say outside of business. Outside of business for what? My people need to have their dollars circulated in their community, build their community. So business is paramount.
I respect that, and I'm not saying anything wrong with that, and there's no need for you to defend that. You feel what I'm saying? It's not a shot. It's not me trying to lead you into some. It's not a bait or nothing like that. You feel me? I respect that. Dope shit. You feel what I'm saying? Word up. That's dope. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, outside of business, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing that is being done to get the boot off the neck of the oppressor.
Oh no, there's stuff with that too.
Basically, like okay, what?
Because I mean, you got political figures. So remember I told you earlier about people going to like your state legislature. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm not knee deep in the politics as some of my other contemporaries are.
I'm not a
because
citizen.
I know. Okay. I know where others are, but if you're talking about state legislature and things that have been taken away from the community, so I just gave you an example a few minutes ago about $1 billion being owed to State University, historical Black College University here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So who do you think is going to fight the state legislature and make sure the state of Louisiana is giving that $1 billion with a B, $1 billion, and getting that back to university? It's already been established. Who you think funded that to begin to even have that study done? Because the state of Louisiana wasn't going to do it for themselves. Why would they try to get their own people to make sure that they got to play this black institution $1 billion? It was people like us going to those things. Is it perfect? Again, I'm not saying things are perfect if you go to the state legislature, but you want examples of non-business and people going to fight for, again, your infrastructure in your streets. Why you got the lights turned on at a certain time at night, making sure that you got adequate drainage so when it rains, your whole street don't flood and you can get out your community and stuff like that. When you have, again, we have hurricanes where I'm at, so you got to have certain things to prevent strong winds from knocking down trees and destroying homes on a yearly basis. These are things that you got that our people fight for resources that everybody else gets because we all tax-paying citizens. So again, I mean, these are things, these are non-business things, examples that I'm giving you right now that are real life that are happening at this very moment while we speak.
All right, and I didn't know about those, so thank you for enlightening me on those. But Nearly Fuller Jr. He said is 9 areas of activity, people activity where we being dominated: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. You know what I'm saying? And economics, you know what I'm saying? Labor, you spoke on too. You know what I mean? But it's a bunch of other groups, you know what I'm saying? Is a bunch of other sectors of human activity, you know what I'm saying, where these scholars and our educated people aren't helping us in, you know what I'm saying?
Like what, for example? If you don't mind me asking, like what? Because I can give you some HP. If you got mental health issues
Do we
or
have a
mental illness,
military?
yeah, the United States Navy, Army, United States military.
Okay. That's not our military.
Last time I checked, well, you said you're not a citizen. Last time I'm a United States citizen. Last time I checked, I'm a DMG United States.
Let me ask
And
a question or two because I'm gonna be real with you on this. When people live in the United States and they say stuff like I'm not a citizen of the United States, or
which is not a thing.
that's not my president, that's your president. That's like saying I work at a job, but the boss ain't my boss, the boss y'all boss. But you doing the same work we do. You doing they taking the same stuff out your check, they take out my check. You're in the same union I'm in. You paying the same dues, but
Same tax.
my boss ain't your boss. Like that. That's
one.
So. But break down what you mean by that, because that's kind of, you know what I mean. I get lost.
The United States of America and America are two totally different things. The United States of America is a business that's operating on American soil. By you saying you're a citizen of the United States of America means you're an employee to that business. The United States of America has a DUNS number, just like any other business has a DUNS number. America doesn't. So it's ways that you can say that you can free yourself from being a citizen. If I get a job, they don't take taxes out my check. If I go buy something at the store where they charge taxes on it, I don't pay those taxes. You feel what I'm saying? So it's stuff that you don't know, which you're keeping yourself oppressed by not knowing. But being in those institutions, you wouldn't know that, right? Because you're just being taught what you're being taught because somebody else put that curriculum in place for you. People know what to think, but not how to think. You feel what I'm saying? So you going along with a curriculum that somebody else put in place for you. Even the school system, you ever heard of the Pavlovian dog?
Bennu, I got a question for you though. I got a question with
Have you
that.
ever heard? But I just want to finish what I'm saying with the bell, with the Pavlovian dog, where they ring the bell, and anytime they feed the dog, and then the dog starts salivating at the mouth, but then they could ring the bell without no food, and the dog still salivate at the mouth. You know what I'm saying? So it's things that condition us, like the school bells, to come out of the class and forget the knowledge. The reason the classes is shaped square and things like that. So we continuously send our kids to these schools and subscribe to these ways of education that was put there to keep us in a work as workers and not as producers and as consumers. So if we was really talking about educated people saying, yo, this is what I haven't been to any college, or you know what I'm saying, I got a high school diploma and barely got that. You feel what I'm saying? So if we talking about people that's supposed to be getting us out of these situations, right? But they're perpetuating the same cycle of things that I know that they could go find out for themselves that are keeping us in the same state of oppression. Why aren't there institutions that are built to get us out of these things, to teach these other things, instead of saying like, oh, let's go to an HBCU that's named after Greek philosophers and nobody that look like us, only 5 of them out of 109. You feel what I'm saying? Why ain't there no institutions that are saying, look, let's teach our history? Like so Amos Wilson said being equal. Hold on, let me get to my notes real quick.
But I got a question though, Bennu.
Go ahead.
Because you said earlier, well, two things. I'll let Leandre handle legalese. I don't think what you said is quite right and exact. But two things. Earlier, you said you did a bid. You did 2 bids, right?
Mm-hmm.
By definition, you're already locked in the system. Like there's no, and I ain't trying to be disrespectful when I say that, but like they already got you. Like it don't matter. It don't matter what you actively for yourself choose. Like by definition, you already been a legalized slave. You done.
No. So
Like in
listen
that
to this.
conversation.
So listen to this. What ties me to my straw man, right? You know what a straw man is, correct?
What ties you to your straw man?
Do you know what a straw man is?
Yeah, I'm saying, but why would you want to have a straw man?
No, but do you know what a straw man is?
Yes, but I'm asking. Well, I guess that kind of like you. Maybe you want to rephrase that, and that's why being DMG looking at it too, because I don't think you want to. I don't think you want to be tied to a straw man.
I know I don't. But what I'm saying, I'm asking you, what tied me to my straw man? What makes me that straw man? When they talk about my name and say this is me, and I say that's not me. This is a fictitious entity that was created that you got on paper, right? And that's when I listen, wait. And when I did go to jail, I subscribed to that, and I had contracts saying that that's who I was. But when I learned the truth about who I was, I unsubscribed from that, right? And I said, I'm not this straw man. So, yo, bro, you could ask people that I know. I'll show you, bro. I ride. This was before though, but when I was on my journey, I had a car, no license plates, my own license plates on it. You feel what I'm saying? I was on a journey to getting, you know what I'm saying? All of these things. Police would stop me, keep going. You feel what I'm saying? Look at the plates and just keep going. You feel what I'm saying? So it's UCC codes, all types of things that you could get involved in, and it's education that you can do on your own that I'm not going to get into on this live. You feel what I'm saying? That can free you from your straw man. But until you saying that I'm stuck or that I'm legally a slave and bonded, like, no, you are, because you're still stuck. You're still tied to your straw man.
The reason why I say that is because if it's push come to shove right now, if the United States government say, you know what, I'm tired of the effort. They got your information. You, no matter what you call yourself, no matter what license plate you put on, they can come and take you right now. You're done because they already got that. They are. I'm telling you the actual like because I've heard people deal with this as like you assume that because your anonymity towards the quote unquote government means that you have the citizenship is really like, to be quite, no disrespect, like they're not really caring about you. Like it's not like they care about in their eyes, they got what they got out of you. They got whatever bid you got, whatever time you did, like, okay, we got what we need out of him. Like honestly, and this is not disrespect you as far as they're concerned, you can, and I pray to God this don't happen to you. So I'm not saying this, but if in their eyes, you can drop dead tomorrow and be like, okay, good, we got what we needed out of him. It don't really matter to us. Now, if you want to go and start some ish, and they want to pull up and take whatever they can from you because they feel like it, they can do that because again, you already are assimilated today. The same thing that I was saying when I said like the sky is yellow.
But you're wrong.
Like
you're wrong.
You can
and
tell.
I don't want you to keep going and be on, and you know what I'm saying, talk about things that you don't have no understanding of. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm pretty versed in that understanding. Again, I'm not a legalist, so I don't speak as an expertise. That's something for Leandre to
Just
do
go
because
back to what you're saying. Just go back to what you said
I
earlier.
typically
Would you
don't speak
ask the
on things.
dentist to help you with heart surgery? You feel what I'm saying? So right now, you the dentist talking about heart surgery.
No, I'm not. I'm saying I'm not. I'm
So
not
what
legally.
qualifications? So what qualifications
Nobody,
do you have to talk
nobody
about
here,
nationals?
nobody here is. No one person here is because
Is
nobody
what?
here is a legalese. No one on this channel right now is a legalese expert on legal matters and nationalistic matters. No one here is an expert on this. You,
But
DMV, or
is there
myself.
anybody? Is there
Nobody.
anybody on this live that's a national?
Nobody is.
Me.
Somebody that people identify themselves of, but nobody is. No
Okay.
one. That's what I'm saying.
So why
No
don't I
one.
pay taxes?
I don't know if you don't pay. You could be
Why
capping.
would I fill out? Why would I fill out an
You could.
application? Listen, wait, stop. Why would I fill out an application for a job? Does it have a checkbox that says non-citizen national?
You can put that. That's fine. I mean,
But why
again,
is it there? Why is it there?
you can do that.
Answer the
But
question. Why
if
is it
you
there?
asking me,
If you
because it's
know
a category in the
tell
job,
me that they could come and take me and that I'm not what I'm saying I am, why is it there? What does it mean when
because
it
it's a
says
category.
non-citizen national on an application for a job?
Because there are people in this country who are non-citizen national.
What does that mean?
That means they were not born. Either they weren't
No,
born in this
no.
country, or
That
B, they
means that
have
they
other
were born
paperwork.
in America. I'm gonna tell you, it means that they were born in America, but they're not citizens
You
of the
you
United
you
States of
you do
America.
realize.
Let me watch answer, Doc.
You do realize when you check in the box, that's a job application. I can put on there that I'm a white Caucasian man too on a job application. There's nothing that a job application can say or have any type of thing. Now, if they want to do some legalese expert on that and try to come and say, oh, when they investigate, say, oh no, you are not a white man, white Caucasian man. They can find that out quick, fast, in a hurry. Like the second that you put your information down. So I mean, I'm just saying the
So does
whole
being
point
a
is that
white Caucasian man?
no one here on
The
this channel,
GT and Jerome, come on in, man. What y'all doing? Come on in.
no one here on this channel is a legalese expert in nationality. If we talked about the dentist and heart surgeon, I'm talking about two people who have medical degrees. A dentist have a medical degree, a heart surgeon have a medical. One is an expert in a certain field. The other one is an expert in another field. That's what I was saying is that you have two experts who have medical degrees, who have equal weighted degrees, but you won't ask the dentist about a heart issue when you have access to a heart surgeon. Nor would I ask my heart surgeon about why my wisdom tooth is hurting so bad. He would recommend me to go to a dental expert.
So when you click, if you click Caucasian on a job application, they're not gonna take taxes out your check.
I'm not gonna take taxes out my check.
Why do
Explain that
they
logic there.
wait, hold on. Look. When I put I'm a non-citizen national, right? And they ask me for my social security number. Listen, and I don't give them my social security number. I give them the
Okay.
number on my passport that says that my nationality number, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it registers that, whoa, we can't tax this man. And they
Mm-hmm.
pay me all of the money that I'm supposed to get paid, and they take no taxes on my check. When I go, why with me having a record, right? With me
Mm-hmm.
having a record, can I go to a gun store, give them my passport, right? And give them the number instead of having the number that says can be a registered gun owner. I just give them my nationality number, and it clears me to be able to purchase a firearm with a record.
Well, one, you can still purchase a firearm with
In
a
states
record.
that you can. In states that you can.
And you can still purchase firearms with records. But,
In states that you can.
contrary to popular belief, there is ways you
Nah,
can do
bro.
that.
Well,
Look, I got a couple questions.
Well, DMG, I only got one thing to add. Is like, well, at the end of the day, like like, do you put gas in a car?
Yes.
Okay, so you pay taxes.
Yeah, and I was just about to say. So check it out. Now, I'm probably the least educated brother on my own platform. Like I say, I got a GED, but I do got my PhD in common sense. And so I got to figure out. Now, my man just asked you a question. He said, "Do you pay for gas?" And he said, "You pay taxes." Like that's ain't nothing they can do to stop that at that pump. That's automatic. Like when you look at it,
What taxes are those?
it actually got a name.
State or federal?
That's Fed.
Federal
Fed.
tax. You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. That got to do with the currency of this country. So I'm just trying to figure out how you get, if you get around that, how, because I don't like that's it ain't.
I just told you why. I just told you why.
So like you put your number in the pump.
Yeah, that's gonna get into, like, there's a lot of things that you stay with the gas tax thing. Like the moment that you pay for gas, that's case open, case closed when it comes to that.
Yeah, that gas tax is it is what it is. That's why I say, like, if you put your number in the pump, maybe I don't know. Is you saying the pump recognize your joint? Because we getting heavy now. And even like when you go to the grocery store, it ain't automatically you can just give them a number and they be like,
it ain't no tax on food.
Yes, there is.
Yes,
absolutely, absolutely.
Yes. Unless you got an EBT card, it's taxed.
And somebody paying that tax. That's the government paying that tax. They paying it back to themselves.
Look, every time I go to the grocery store, it's more than just that whatever they said per pound. It's some change on that. So, but if you don't like, hey man,
I'm telling you from personal experience. Me going to the store.
Have you ever watched that show Power? Have you ever watched that show?
Yeah, I watched it when it first came on.
Hey, listen, it's a popular line from that show. If what you saying is true, teach me the game, Ghost. Cause if I can get around that gas in that grocery store,
if you go to the store and get you a pack of Tic Tacs because you think your breath smells stink, it's a tax on that.
So you never heard of people giving their tribal numbers and not paying taxes?
I'm just telling you. I'm asking you, because you gave me 3 examples.
I'm telling you, but instead of you saying like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Well, maybe, but I don't know what he's talking about. You just like, nah, you lying.
But then Jesus asked you. I ain't asked you. I'm just saying, for gas, what you do for gas?
It's the difference between state and federal tax.
Well, actually, you can tax for both at gas station. But go ahead. So, I mean, what for gas? When you put 20 on the tank, you think all 20 of that is just straight gas?
Nah, I just paid $20.
Okay, so you pay taxes.
No, if I was paying taxes, I'm talking about what they say is, let me get $20 worth of gas, and they say, all right, give me 20, 22, 20.
That's not how the gas tax. That's not a gas tax work. The gas tax, again.
Taxes.
No, I'm putting you on game. Like the gas tax, they don't allow to tax on top of it because they tax in the prices of the gas. So that $20 you get, like 15 of that may be going to the actual gas, maybe, or maybe 10 of that, and the rest of that is going. No, I'm just helping you out. I'm saying the rest of that is actually going towards the gas tax.
But listen to me.
So you paying taxes. That's what I'm saying, bro.
When I go to a store, right? When it comes,
let's say the gas station. Let's say the gas station.
Let's go to Home Depot. Let's go to Home Depot, right?
No.
We're the gas station.
Yeah, we trying to figure out this gas station because, bro, I'm sick. Like Byron, y'all having a conversation. I'm trying to figure this out.
I want to know too if that's the case. Because gas high.
So is everything else.
I know, but you said you don't pay taxes, and I'm saying there's a gas tax. Is there a way around it?
And I'm telling you, when they start charging $20.62 for gas, I won't be paying the 62 cents.
They don't do that.
Listen, stop and listen, bro.
No, I'm telling you, like that's not a thing.
Stop and listen, bro.
But I'm saying that's not a thing.
Stop and listen, bro.
It's nothing to listen, but it's not a thing. They can't charge you $20.62 because it's all the gas tax is already in the 20.
Why don't you listen?
Because I'm trying to help you understand.
If you just listen,
that's not nothing.
You could just, if you
DNG, maybe you can tell them how gas tax works.
Let them get it. Let them get it out.
Stuck on this gas.
Okay.
You're stuck on the gas, bro.
Okay, bro. Okay.
But when I told you, I go and fill out a job application and they don't take taxes out of my check. What can you say about that? When I tell you I go to Home Depot and when they go to ring me up, I say no. Before you ring me up, put my number in, put my nationality number in, my national number in, and they take all of the taxes that came up on the receipt off. What are you telling me now?
They did it from a nonprofit.
Stop. You can't tell me nothing because you don't know anything about it.
They do it from a
Right
nonprofit.
now, you're ignorant to what I'm talking about, and you're talking from a place of not knowing, right? And you're just trying to sound like you're intelligent and you know something that you don't know nothing about.
You just said when they charge 26.62 on the gas.
Do some more research on what you're talking about before you make claims about you knowing what you're talking about and telling people that they're not what they're claiming.
You didn't know that they had a gas tax just now. Like you were shocked, and that's not when I said that you pay taxes for gas. You're like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. When you made a statement saying like, oh, when they've charged me 20.62 for gas, they won't.
When I just said they don't take taxes out of my check, do they take taxes out of your check?
I do, because I don't want to go to jail.
So sit out of this conversation because you don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Do you pay taxes at the gas station?
What?
Do you again, my first question, DMG, you heard me? You pay taxes at the gas station?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we talking about then? So you paying taxes? Appreciate it.
Do they take taxes out my check?
There's ways you can get through all that.
Man, come on, bro. You don't know
but you're still paying taxes.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't even know there was a gas tax. Brother,
you know what you're talking about.
You just said like when they pay 20.62 at the gas station, I won't be paying 62.
You don't know nothing about legalese.
No, I said I'm not an expert. Hold on. Let me finish.
You don't know. You just said you don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. So basically, everything that you're talking about is coming from a place of ignorance.
Bro, this thing is recorded.
I really can't. And I really don't.
I just want you to know it's recorded.
I really don't like having these conversations with people who have no idea what they're talking about and try to nitpick at things that they find and try to make it seem like they're astute in something that they talk about and they're really ignorant and blind to the facts. You don't know.
So DMG, let me.
Hey, B, I'm gonna let you close out because then we're gonna get back to the brother and let him finish.
Yeah. I'm on because I'm gonna get back to the game. But what I'm saying is that, brother, you didn't when I introduced the gas. Just one thing, the gas tax. You were shocked and didn't realize that you pay taxes on gas.
I don't pay taxes. They don't take taxes. Hold on. You didn't know what you were talking about.
Let him close out, bro.
Go ahead.
There's ways you can get around paying all these other things. I don't do it because I don't want to go to jail because I got a family to feed, make sure they're good. And I don't want them coming back to me 10, 15 years down the line saying I owe X amount of dollars because I tried to avoid paying taxes on percent. But what I'm saying is that I never said that I was an expert. I said it over and over on this panel. I said nobody here is a legalese expert when it comes to that stuff. I would rather have that kind of conversation with somebody like Andre who is well versed in that stuff. But the things that I do know, for example, the example I gave is gas. Gas is something that nobody avoids, that everybody pays taxes on. You were shocked when I said it because you were like, "No, I don't," and I'm like, "Yes, you do." That $20 when you introduce the topic of when I pay 20.62, I'm no longer paying for gas. The federal and state laws will not allow taxes on top of gas because it's already within the gas pump that you pay. So when you pay $5 or $50 at the gas pump, you are paying taxes on that kind of stuff over and over. So that's all I was just trying to say. And so when we're talking about taxes, cyber security, and stuff like that, nobody here on this panel is an expert in this stuff. But the things that I do know and the things that you're talking about aren't lining up. Now you can get upset about that, but that's why I said let's stick on the gas because that's a real life thing. And oftentimes when I talk to people who promote the sovereign citizen thing and start talking about taxes and stuff like that, that gas thing, that I'm just saying, I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in general, people who talk in that who talk in that language. The second I introduce the gas thing, the second I introduce the gas thing, it ties everybody up because nobody really understands the fact that they pay taxes, whether they rent, whether they got a mortgage, whether they got gas, or any of that stuff. So I'm just, it is what it is. I'm about to go finish watching this game.
I appreciate your ignorance. And I take it like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking to my child who's trying to tell me that Santa Claus does exist. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
With the barely high school diploma. Gotcha.
I appreciate you.
All right. Classic Craig, jump back in. What you got for us, Craig?
That kind of reminded me of Kyle. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to big brother Kyle. You know what I'm saying? Kyle be like, I'm out. Sorry. But I want to say this, right? Now I ain't finna go into the whole nationality stuff like that. I ain't gonna go there. But one thing I do gotta say, Chief, I do understand your point with certain individuals, especially black people or whatever you call us, right? By your standards, people that look like us, how they pretty much have a lot of the resources to help, but they still have a difference towards us. You know what I'm saying? They alienate themselves and, separate themselves from us because they feel like they're better, and they create like a little caste system. So I understand that point right there. You know what I'm saying? And where you're coming at. I feel you with that completely.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. But I gotta introduce the hunter himself, the man that won't stop. He's very gentle. The storm's very gentle, but then it gets intensified as it keeps going on and on and on. The one and only Najiti. What it do, bro?
Hold on, man. You. Hold on. It's more to the intro, man. They call him a modern day Nimrod.
Oh man.
He is a soldier, not only for his country and his family and his friends, but for his God. I call him the prophet, the one and only Najiti GT Hawkins. It's on you, my dude.
What's going on, man? I appreciate the love. So, Mr. Bennu, how you doing, brother?
Peace, God.
So I was just typing it.
Hold it down for
me. My bad, bro. Yeah. So I was just typing in the chat because I heard you say something about releasing your straw man. And the only thing I was just trying to explain was that I've heard of the concept of releasing your straw man. Basically, and you just let me know if I'm correct on this. People who adhere to the whole releasing your straw man theory, I guess you can call it. I wouldn't even call it a theory, but it's something that you can actually do it. You can request U.S. some type of document from Washington D.C. and send it back in to have them detach you from, I'm assuming, your social security number, correct?
I guess. But go ahead. Because I really don't, you know what I'm saying? I got a little excited and went down this path, but I usually don't talk about stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? Especially on like things like this. But yeah, go ahead, bro. Continue. I'm here though. I'm here for it.
Okay. Well, I guess the only thing that I was trying to figure out is if you've released your straw man, how do you interact with the system if you're not part of the system?
What system?
The system you released yourself from.
What system did I release myself from?
Then you say you released your straw man, and anything attached to your straw man would basically be a part of that system. So I'm assuming it's the system which the government runs. Anything attached to your birth certificate, social security number. This is how they track you. This is how they put debt on you. This is everything that you was just saying. So I'm trying to figure out, how did you release your straw man and you are still able to interact within the system?
There's two ways you can operate. You can operate in the public or you can operate in the private. And you can move from operating in the public to operating in the private, back to the public and back to the private.
Okay, and what processes do you do to do that if you're already released?
I'll put my email in here or something. We could discuss that off of here. You feel me? But I'm not gonna go into all of that. You know what I'm saying? But if you know some ways you could release your straw man, then you know some ways where you can find out to do what I'm talking about.
Okay. I was just asking. That's it. That's all I had.
Nah, yeah. So I appreciate you though, bro. The dude that introduced you ain't got nothing to say either.
No. I'm letting y'all roll, man. I'm letting y'all roll. Like I know that's not. I don't get into that either. You know what I'm saying? You never know who's listening. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's why I was like, I got a little bit ahead of myself, you know what I'm saying, and heated with the brother. But once I, you know what I'm saying, got a chance to breathe and calm down, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, this ain't even that. We talking about the state of black culture, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Byron a cool dude. He really care.
yeah,
I
you
converse
know,
with Byron.
I definitely respect the brother and his, you know what I'm saying, his views, and you know what I'm saying. That's why I told him with the work that he put in, you know what I'm saying, if it was any way that I could help or be a part of that, you know what I'm saying, I would love to, because I think that's some dope work. So I ain't like you know what I'm saying, got no beef or nothing like that. It's just that the conversation got a little heated, and it was certain things that I don't like to discuss like out in the open like this, you know what I'm saying, where we at. So that was it though. But it ain't like no beef or no love lost or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Definitely
And you said you was wanting to build your own or create your own culture, correct?
correct.
And are you or would you be borrowing any concepts from any other cultures to uh, initiate your own culture?
Would and I don't, and when I say my own culture, I don't mean like just me personally. Like I want this to be a collective of like minds, you know what I'm saying, that come together and build something together for the betterment of our people. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to work with Christians and Moorish brothers and Muslim brothers, and we all come together and put those religious or political views aside and just come to the terms that we all one people and that we all need to do something for each other, because the one thing that we do got in common is that we're going to be leaving this planet to our children, you know what I'm saying, and they either going to be in a position to do better or they're going to be in the same position to get dominated. So it's one or the other.
All right, and I think I heard you. You said something about we don't have our own schools and things of that nature. And I asked the question, what would you teach your children apart from what the schools or what public schools is teaching the kids today? How would your school and your culture look? What would be the main subjects that y'all focus on? Uh, I'll start with that.
Self-defense, gardening, nutritious education. Some of the things that I got in here in my mission statement is reawakening the inner genius in melanated men, women, and children through nutritional education, critical thinking, and the transmutation of conscious and subconscious thought and emotional intelligence. So those are a few things.
All right, so everything I'm tracking with, but the conscious and subconscious, how does that play a role in this culture of yours?
So
Think-
I believe in the power of manifestation, and the things that you set out into the universe, you'll receive back. So I think that the mind is like a radio that sends out signals and receives the signals in likeness to what it sends out. So
Is
those,
that now? Earlier you said you're not really rocking with religion, but is that not a form of religion?
what kind of religion?
New age concept.
Nah, I wouldn't call it a religion.
Okay. So botany, self defense would be uh, some of the things that you would teach your children in your culture in your schools.
Right. Our own language. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. History. Um, different principles to know that we are separate from these same people. You know what I'm saying? Our unique history, ways to solve our problems, um, and being educated and to release ourselves from the oppression that's on us. Because I think that we want to be
Would
the
you
same.
have a? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go
My
ahead.
my
Go ahead. Now, I think I was going to say that I think that we don't really want equality. We want to be the same as another group of people, And
that's equality, ain't it?
no, because we got a unique history, and we have a unique set of needs as a people that aren't the same as other people. You know what I'm saying? So if we getting educated this in the same way as them, we're not having an equal shot, because we're still at a disadvantage because our personal issues aren't being addressed in this education.
What doesn't that well, all right, go ahead, DMG.
No. I'm gonna let you get this out and let the brother respond. And then I was getting ready to have him close out, but you jumped in, and I can't turn down the prophet. Ain't no telling what he gonna come in and prophesy. So he might have said I was gonna be a billionaire. So I don't, gotta let the prophet in. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all finish this exchange, and then we're gonna get ready to shut it down, because the brother got some music he gonna promote that might be turning up on Paradigm Shift TV 314. So, but yeah, go ahead.
I actually forgot the question, but I can just ask one more question so we can go ahead and wrap it up. What is your cosmogony? What is your worldview, and how would your worldview affect your culture?
Could you go deeper into that question and explain some more?
Would your culture reflect the same worldview that you have? The culture that you're trying to establish, would your culture, the people within your culture, have or share in the same worldview as you?
Well, like I said before, like I don't want this to be like where I'm running everything, you know what I'm saying, and everything is built on behind what I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying. That's why I want to build this with a collection of minds, you know what I'm saying, that come together and we do what's best for our people. You feel me? Regardless if I feel one way about something, somebody else feels another way. We could come to either agree to disagree and work towards our betterment, then that's fine with me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to think like me. Everybody don't have to agree with everything that I agree with, as long as we agree that we need to do better and we come up with ways for us to do better.
All right. DMG, I yield back.
All right. So with that, we're gonna let the brother close out, talk about his music, talk about when he coming back up with another interview, maybe with the Craigs over on the whole effing show. We finna get this brother out here.
I appreciate it, man. Yo, man, like I said, my name is Lord Bennu, the Shepherd of Umeka, the Universal Melanin Enrichment Center of Abundance. I appreciate you for having me on this show, man. Like, yo, this is something that I've been, you know what I'm saying, trying to do for a minute. I told you that, but when we was talking before the show, like, you know what I mean, I've been trying to stand on what I stand on, you know what I'm saying, and go against people who oppose that, to see if my stances actually hold weight, you know what I'm saying, and can stand up to the scrutiny, and you know what I'm saying. So I appreciate the brothers with their viewpoints, you know what I'm saying. Thank everybody who came up and had something to say. It's all love. You feel what I'm saying? We all family, you know what I'm saying, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And I got love for everybody that's in the chats that came up here and this is what it's about, man. Us having these discussions, us opening up this dialogue so that we can become stronger as a people, and you know what I'm saying, come to some kind of consensus to help these babies, man, because that's what it's all about, man, the babies. And that's what I'm here for, man, to help the babies, man. Do something better for them, man. Get them a better shot than I had, you know what I'm saying? Things I went through. So I appreciate you for what you're doing and having this forum right here, man. This is dope. Word. And I can't wait to come back, man. You know what I'm saying? And touch on the next topic and whatever's clever, man. Wherever we just direct this from here, I'm with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it.
That's what's up. Yeah, we got we got a few platforms. We definitely gonna have you making the rounds and having some conversations. So and just anytime you want to come on and, like I say, promote your music or promote your organization,
Yeah,
you can come on and talk about it. So hey, as
that's
long as you're doing positive things for our people, you good with me. We
what's up.
we can discourse about our differences in our ideologies, but as long as you're doing positive things for the people, we good.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna send you some music, man. I got about 90 something tracks, man. That I'm actually creating my own platform. You know what I'm saying? And that's something we could talk about off the thing, so we could have another dialogue on that maybe one day. You know what I'm saying? I got a product that I'm creating a platform for artists and also merchants and people with their own products to push forward their brand. You know what I'm saying? And bring that into one place to be able to sell and physically promote, like, you know what I'm saying? So everything is online right now, and it took away from the aspect of actually promoting your music in hand to hand. You know what I'm saying? And I want to bring that back and incorporate that with the digital. You know what I'm saying? So I came up with a way to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna definitely build with you on that.
Yeah, once it's set in stone, we definitely need to talk about that and make sure we get that out there for sure.
Yeah, and it's even set up. Oh, no, I was gonna say it's even set up where we can make conversations like this a part of it too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a live chat room set up into the car. So yeah, I'm getting into what it is. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. We'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk. Keep it close to your chest till you know. But yeah,
yeah.
For sure. And I think if you don't mind me saying so, B Wash is a good resource for that kind of endeavor in terms of just, you know, with the helping set up the infrastructure. And
I
then
got mad respect for the brother, man. Like I hope he don't think, like, you know what I'm saying, there's nothing like that, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean, sometimes the conversations get a little like that, but you know.
he ain't trust me, ain't no matter. As long as you don't disrespect him. Now you disrespect him, then you see another side of the brother. But y'all had a respectful back and forth. And we got another powerful musician on the channel, man, Neo Love. So that might be somebody we can link you up with too, man. So we we gonna build basically. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to having you back on and setting up some conversations as well. So Classic Craig. Oh, wait a minute. Triple C, Charismatic Classic Craig. You got anything you want to say?
Yeah, man. I tagged Byron in the chat. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have had his kids up on the camera. I saw all them kids. I said, you know what? I got like 1 billion. You got a whole bunch of goddamn kids jokes. No wonder why he's so adamant in the community. All them kids in the community are his. God dang. But like he there, Father of the Year. But I just want to say this, man. Now I got your point. I get Byron point too. You know, and I both of y'all pretty much have the same point at the end of the day, if you ask me. But it's a little bit more of a dialogue, right? It's a disconnect, because that's when it comes down to a character flaw between our people, if you get what I'm saying, right? And sometimes, a lot of times, it gets ignored in the Black community. But one thing we do have coming up at the end of the day, we do have a monstrous show coming up on Saturday. It is introducing A1 of Astral Projections and Heru Consciousness of the Heavy Hitter Debate League on Paradigm Shift and the whole effing show. It'll be 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, you know what I'm saying? Whatever time zone you're in, you know what I'm saying? Be sure to tune in. And then after that, we got a special show. Possibly Sunday, we in the works of it. We gonna pretty much get to the nitty-gritty of a scandal that happened on Sarnetta TV with the brother Neo Love. And boy, I just gotta say this: Black Jesus Minister or Black Lucifer Sinister? We gotta get into it. We gotta get into it. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. Way, way down in the gumbo pot. You heard me? That's one of Neo's songs. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, that's all I got to say with that.
You said that's Saturday?
Yeah, it's this Saturday. This Saturday, we got I'm introducing Heru Consciousness and A1.
they got some stuff to say. You know what I'm saying? They got some stuff to say. They A1 said he's a philosopher, and I was like, bro, duh, you sure? He said, I am a philosopher. I'm a master in all schools of thought. I said, all right. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see what the brother got to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm introducing him in his channel, and Heru Conscious, a friend of mine, in his debate league, and we're gonna see what it do. We're gonna see what it do. But other than that, man, that's all I gotta say with that, DMG. But peace to the panel. Shout out to DMG. And I'll be back. It's Classic Craig, and I'm out. We'll speak.
Peace, God.
All right, peace, bro. I'm gonna read this, man, and this is from Franz Fanon. If you ain't familiar with him, man, get familiar with him. He a black existentialist, philosopher, and thinker. Mostly on the condition of the wider diaspora, but rest in power to the brother. But
I'm familiar.
Yeah, he says that we have a condition that he refers to as an existential deviation, where as a result of a removal of language and culture of origin, the black individual and the black collective have had to simultaneously define and redefine identity, culture, and existence. This task is difficult in the absence of liberation, and in turn engenders what James Baldwin defined as issues of perceived lower status towards black people by others who are not black. And so I always refer back to that when the topic of culture and black existence and our plight as a whole kind of comes up, because I think he hit the nail on the head. We've had to redefine culture, and so, but we still had to do it. You know what I mean? And so I like what you're saying. I just think it to me, it just got to be tweaked a little bit, because I feel like you really on some black existentialist stuff right now, and I'm vibing with it, but I don't like the word, but I don't have to like the word. You know what I mean? It's your assertion. So I can't wait till you continue to develop the thought process and continue to break it down. So I'm looking forward to it.
And in all respect to what you said, like, you know what I'm saying, this is raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was the first time that I ever really brought all of these thoughts together, you know what I'm saying, and put them down in order to have this conversation. Because I was telling my people, it's like, yo, I'm gonna call you back, man. I'm putting my notes together, you feel me? Because I'm about to go on this platform, you feel what I'm saying? So this is one of the first times I really had to put it together to be able to verbalize it. So, you know what I'm saying, respect to putting me on to having to, you know what I'm saying, get my thoughts in order to do that. So like the more I had this dialogue, the more I'm gonna be able to tweak it and
more fine-tuned.
Right.
And you may say, and I'm not saying that this is gonna be the case, I'm just saying you may say, yeah, black people have a culture that they created out of what was given to us by, like, you know what I mean, fine-tuning it in the, because I feel like that's kind of what you're saying.
Yeah,
man. So yeah, it's like when the way you worded it earlier, I can't quite remember it now, but I was like, yeah, I'm vibing with him. It's just them little nuances. So yeah, the more you have this conversation, the more fine-tuned it's gonna be. It's like muscle memory. So yeah, we definitely gonna get to it. But I'm let me put my email address in the matter of fact, I just hit you on Messenger with it. So yeah, that's it, brother. Hey, family, look. We got a powerful one. He don't run. He don't fold. It's a lot of cats that would have been, hey man, I'm getting off of here, cursing, screaming, yelling. The brother got turned up, but he ain't fold. So all I'm saying is, I think we got one. We're gonna see what happened, but we're gonna set them up with some other conversations. We're gonna have them on some of these panel discussions to talk about what is the solution to our plight in the wilderness of America. So what is the solution? So, you know, we get that brother on. We get this brother with Captain K from ISUPK. We gonna entertain you. So, and we're gonna be opening and closing with some of this brother music in the near future. So y'all get used to him. So
right, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. This was dope, bro. I can't wait for the next one, man. You know what I'm saying? And then the next one and the next one. So
no doubt. All right, y'all. That's Paradigm Shift. We'll be black at it. That's peace.
Peace.